I'm gonna hit the recording here. Does everyone have their snacky and their water? Are we all ready to play some Mothership this evening?
I'm ready. I'm ready. More than ready.
I'm ready.
We got the
As I'll ever
space
be.
jazz going.
Love space jazz.
And we're gonna get right into it. Recently, our captain, Sir Nate Fullerton,
Sir.
Sir. He's been knighted by the queen.
came into possession of some information from a friend, and I realize I'm dropping this name on you right now. A guy known as Thax Lilton, a person who actually served underneath you during your time as a military veteran, but has since come to a very similar arrangement as you aboard. What is your ship's name?
Oh my god. Hang on. I have it. I didn't put together notes very well.
Was it the Haldane?
Haldane, yep.
A very similar situation to things aboard the Haldane. Thax leads a small crew of about 4 people, just like you guys, aboard this ship, and who passed this information on to you, who is your point of contact for this, essentially this small little contract that you're doing. As Thax is the one who possesses the large-scale cryo storage, essentially equipment that you're going to need to pull off this endeavor. So in just a moment, we're going to go meet with Thax at a nearby diner. Yes, a diner known as Finneas.
Let's go!
We are in a galaxy very far away from Earth, though Earth does exist in our story. None of you have probably ever been there. And this solar system that you're in, that contains the planet that you've been tipped off about, this scrap planet, the system that you're in is primarily a mining system. There's about 8 planets in it that orbit around a red dwarf, which is why a lot of this is very baseline, like astrophysics and stuff. But if you have a red dwarf, a lot of the time the planets that are in it can become tidally locked, which is why a lot of the planets in this system are tidally locked in such a way, but are heavily mined. So basically, the only people who come and go from this system are scrappers like yourself, who make a living a lot of the time picking up the pieces of old Rexcom mining operations on derelict mining planets, or if you're looking for a high-stakes adventure like you guys apparently are, you're headed to a scrapyard planet, a place specifically where Rexcom will dump large vessels, either to be scrapped later themselves or to just be left to rot. Before we head over to the diner to have our quick little conversation, why don't you all go around and introduce yourselves?
Well, Captain Nate Fullerton.
Sir?
Sir, sorry, of course. he listen, I'm not gonna lie, he's a bit of a silver fox. Military veteran. He's got the white hair, the nicely groomed beard. It looks like he still tries to present himself in almost an officer way
I need to show you both.
in terms of his outfit. About 6'2", decent. You know, he takes care of himself. He's got a pretty good build for a fella getting up there in age. Yeah, and he's the captain.
Dude's hot.
I wasn't sure what he wanted to look like, and then I saw Silver Fox, and I was like, oh, okay. He always wears a long coat with the collar, kind of like a peacoat, trench coat kind of vibe. Turtleneck, you know? Slutty space turtleneck.
We may just be scrappers, but we've got to have some dignity and class.
Exactly.
So classy.
Exactly. I feel like there's probably some scrappers that make fun of him for taking such care in the way he looks, and he's like, listen, it's not my fault, you're a bunch of raggedy bitches.
I
Hey,
just gonna wake up and know these other bitches ain't close.
Exactly.
Ziggy is clean. Nettie is... Well, she's Nettie. Yeah, I guess I'll go next. Or do you want... Or Ren,
Oh,
do you
I
want to
just
go
popped up Ren's, so...
next? That is a sign Ren should go next.
Popped up boot me. Oh. Hi, yeah, Ziggy, his android name is Ziggosa7, but he goes by Ziggy. Darker skin tone, long hair that in places has a few braids here and there with like some special like little silver adornments. He has a few spots on his forehead that every now and then depending on his mood, depending on his they might show just a little bit of a flicker, maybe him trying to understand something. He has a very soft expression on his face most of the time, being the medic of the group. He tries to keep his head, though he is a bit sassy. Please don't get it wrong. You come correct or get corrected in given moments. He has very pretty red eyes. He's not as tall as the captain, about 6, maybe. Like, he's just pushing it at 6 feet tall and slender build. Definitely just a medic android, you know. And he dresses as best as he can to fit in with the crew.
They all got their different styles.
They all have their own little quirks about them. But yes, that is my boy Ziggy.
Yeah, I'm playing Nettie Dent, who's a scientist and repair woman. She's about average height. Doesn't really like to wear anything fancy. Usually the most practical clothing you can get. She's pretty smart. She's the lady that you go to if you need to not run into planets or asteroid belts in hyperspace. And she also helps run a bunch of the industrial equipment. And she's been doing scrapping for a while. Hasn't really lived anywhere else than where scrapping is the biggest business around. And she's kind of rough. She's snarky, but she gets the work done when it needs to. And yeah, she's cool.
Love her.
And the last person on our ship
Meatball!
is
Meatball!
this very tall. He's about 6'3", always wearing this orange jumpsuit with his, ship patch on the side of it. He loves to be a part of your guys' team. A man named Meatball with this short brown hair and a tan skin tone. Always seen just kind of fixing your engines or not understanding what you're saying because he speaks with a thick accent that even though he was raised on a planet that should understand English quite well, he seems to not sometimes. Meatball, he wonder why you have drawn us here today, Captain? What is plan?
Oh, we're gonna go meet with an old buddy of mine and get the equipment we need and head out to do the job. Pretty simple.
The ship gave me warning today on dashboard. What was it? You all got it, right? On all terminals? This was your message that I sent you this morning, which I'm about to read again.
Yeah, I think I did.
Just,
Shipwide
Nettie.
announcement.
Whoa!
Source, Osiris. Onboard AI. Priority, high. Secure link active. Thread initiated. Black Star, Regis, operation. All crew, terminals sync. Incoming data. Rexcom internal burst transmission intercepted. Target objective. Galleon class H2 medical waste facility. Source name, Black Star Regis. Status, scheduled for deorbit and dump. Drop located, planet T13445542, tidally locked. Warning, light side surface temperatures can exceed 600 degrees Celsius. Dark side is a near vacuum freeze. Context. Ship has not been fully offline and shows signs of power, plus internal system activity. Possibly unstable or unsecured materials on board. Opportunity for high-value salvage, decommed waste tech, sealed containment units, and classified hardware. Storage notes that we are the nearest non-corporate vessel. Rexcom teams are expected to arrive soon. No second chances can be given. Required crew actions entail preparing for a hot drop. Gearing up, full environmental suits, cutting tools, and containment equipment is necessary. Anticipate non-standard conditions. Unknown threats may be possible. Stand by for mission timer and descent coordinates. This is our shot. Or someone else gets paid. Remember, Fortune prefers fast hands and filtered air.
Well, that's the drop. That's the lowdown.
Do you think it's gonna be hard, or?
I mean, whenever you're trying to pull one over on Rexcom, it's always... you want to make sure that if they catch you, you have... Well, you just don't want to get caught.
Nettie leans back in her chair and just goes, "Okay, well, is it like stealing coin purse bad, or is it like killing like a high government official? I don't know."
I mean, what do you think they do to thieves?
Yeah, no, yeah, true. Well, just another day, I guess.
Pretty much.
How soon we hand over?
How soon? Pretty soon, Trinket?
We are on our way to Finney's, provided you have nothing else that you want to do on board ship.
I don't think I do.
Just security checks, making sure that, you know, if this is the last port of civilization we're gonna have, that everything is working correctly and that we don't need to do any... And that if something could go wrong, we'll at least be aware it's a possibility, you know? Like, final ship checks, you know, making sure we have enough fuel, all that shit. Standard ship stuff.
Nettie will do like a double over on the inventory.
Okay. Yeah, the 12 or so hours of travel that it takes you to finish this is no sweat while you finish up your stuff.
Nice.
You arrive at what is essentially a glorified spaceship. you guys would know that throughout the galaxy, there is this chain of diners known as Finnies that utilize nearby comets and asteroids that pass around like planets often as like a hub for their, you know, slightly off-planet businesses. The whole place sparkles with that violent or that bright violet and orange neons. Patrons of all kinds come through, but there's not really a lot of them. You see a lot of miners, maybe 3 or 4 miners, and you do notice Captain Fullerton, Thax's ship is here.
Alright.
Do you think they'll have the hot fries in this time of year?
They fucking better. It's the only thing
Really?
I like in this damn place.
Get the hot fries and their fries sometime. I'm guessing we head in.
Let me head in now.
Captain first.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Do I see my buddy? Is this?
You see
Oh, there he is.
hanging out in the corner some people you've met before, Thax as well as his crew, who've been served by the polite-seeming waitresses here. Hey, there he is. There's my boy. Thax
How you
says as he
doing?
snuffs out a cigarette in the...
Have you been, you old bastard?
It's been a minute. Holding up. How's your old shitbox?
Excuse me. She's perfect.
You know
As
I'm
she
just
always
razzing you.
is.
Except for the radio errors, the engine errors, the
Hey,
the
hey now.
sometimes the air vents stop working. and
Okay.
The AC is just. Hey, I'm just telling the truth. We have like an entire list of shit that needs to be fixed.
The waitress comes and serves everybody. She says, all right, I got some synth grits and toast for you. She plops it in front of Thax. Scorched krill bar for you in the back. We got the Balerian spinefish tacos, descaled, of course.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
And
Charge extra
some
for that?
sizzling screeb wings, just for you, darling. I'll be back to take your orders in a second if you need anything.
Sounds good.
Coffees for you?
Absolutely. Mhm.
Big mug, please.
Yeah, maybe
Like
if you got coffee, you'll stop yelling about all the problems with my damn ship.
I'm just saying. I swear, last time I woke up, it was like 108 degrees. I haven't.
Correct me
Anyway.
if I'm wrong. Do androids need to eat? Can they
Nope.
eat? That's what I thought. You mortals. I'm
Well, I
You
feel like
are,
we're going
you are
evil
a
android
full,
route.
a full synthetic android, so
Oh,
you do
yeah.
not need to consume anything. There are
But you
people
can-
who do dabble in like synthetics, like modifying themselves, that do need to eat. But you personally, you don't have any any sort of internal organs like that.
Cool. He just sits down, just looking at the rest of this meal, like. Please do not get sick later. Thank you.
When do I ever get sick off this place?
You
Facts.
began talking about hot fries. Sick.
Yeah.
Indigestion.
I don't get indigestion.
My stomach's like a steel trap.
Mm-hmm.
He rolls his eyes heavily.
Anything?
Thax looks over to Ziggy and says, "Hey, that's one good thing about being a bot, huh?
Mm.
Don't gotta
It's-
worry about hurling on impact."
It certainly is the best thing that I have going for me, yes.
always liked all the bot troops in the military for that exact reason.
No, they didn't bitch.
Couldn't get me out of the dropship fast enough when those fuckers started hurling.
You see Nettie just squint over at Nate.
And Ziggy stares.
Who looked right back.
If you wanted another bot, you could replace me, but you didn't.
Yeah, because you're good at your fucking job.
Damn right.
Just maybe we could have some secrets.
You mean like the... No, I'm not continuing.
Like the fact that Hank Hill has an enlarged urethra.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I was just rewatching the beginning of King of the Hill the other day, and within the first 5 episodes, they make that joke like 10 times. Like,
Oh my god.
just everyone knows about Hank Hill's narrow urethra.
Important facts only.
Yeah, no meta information at this time.
Well, we got the communication. Anything else we need to know?
I got those cryos for you. We already talked about price, so you make sure you get them to me, and we'll have no problems.
I
I
enjoy
trust you on
having
it,
no
but
problems.
it's dangerous. You sure you're ready, Nate?
Yeah. Fuck them.
It's just the 3 of you? Just 3 bodies?
Four.
Four, we got a guy back on the ship. Sometimes fewer people's better. Strike team, less likely to be noticed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we got one of the best crews this side of the asteroid belt. This side of well, 359. But that's a Star Trek
believe
and
ya.
a podcast
Mhm.
reference.
I believe you. Here, I got you a little present, though. And he slides across the table. He keeps it, his hand on top of something, and just kind of sets it down on the table and slides it over to you, Nate. And then waits for you to kind of, put your hand out so that whatever it is that he's sending to you cannot be,
Intercepted or seen. Yeah, he does it without like looking at what he's doing. He just, it's a
Make me a
practice
speed
motion.
check.
Okay.
Borg.
A little speed
Do I
check.
just- Okay. Do I add any skill to it, like athletics or anything?
Do you have athletics?
I have.
You do have
athletics.
athletics. Yeah, go ahead and roll athletics.
Yes.
Nice.
Mhm.
Okie dokie. Yeah, you are more than able to slam your hand down on the table and make it look effortlessly as you feel palmed into your hand is some sort of security type key card.
He tucks it into his coat, into a very secure pocket without saying anything. I feel like he knows what that is, kind of just by feel. Let's see.
It's L1, but hell, with your bot, you might actually be able to make it in. That's kind of why I gave it to you as a mission. We don't have one of those.
Ziggy, everybody wishes they had one of you.
Are you certain? Kind of looks like you can give me shit all day, every day. Sure about that?
Yeah. If there was more
ain't
Ziggies
you
in
like?
this world,
Sorry, go ahead.
if there was more Ziggies in this world, it'd be a better world.
Ain't you like some surgery bot or something? You're going to a medical facility.
That that is correct. I am a medic bot.
You ever check if your, if your credentials still work? If they did, I'm sure that'd be a hell of a resource on a gig,
It could be, but it's also a direct tie. Better to leave no trace if you can.
Yeah, you're right. This is why you take on the big missions, boss. He kind of pats you on the back.
Yeah.
I'm still over here scrapping derelict oil rigs on Caldelon 4. Like,
Hey.
we're not in the same vein.
It's a fucking living. You got the cryo shit. I don't have that.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know. Cryo's
We have
used
the
in the
broken
mining a
AC.
lot more, so. Well, I mean, you know, if you wanted to, you could, maybe take one of mine with you, if you need the extra gun.
Do I know his crew at all?
Vaguely. Yeah, I mean, you know of them. They are named, so his right-hand gun is this guy named Miz. They are, like, old battle buddies. Another person who you knew from the military. They are just, like, they're battle buddies. But they fly with this couple,
Aww.
Riggs and, what is her name? Lilac. Who are, you'd know through the grapevine that they're retired spaceship racers, basically. They're like, a lot of places will do like desert drag strip kind of like racing, like in Star Wars prequel. And that's what they did, basically.
Okay.
It's like ship racing.
Nettie just raises an eyebrow to Nate. He looks unsure.
Nate just says that, honestly, we've got things running kind of like a well-oiled machine at this point. Sometimes an extra person, as good as they are, can make things complicated. You gotta learn a whole new language. We'll be good.
All right. I want 5 canisters. He says to you.
I'll get you as much as I can. That's my promise.
We can always
Hopefully at least
adjust
5.
later.
I mean,
The
we're in a
waitress
race.
serves you all your coffee. Asks if you all want anything to eat. Any of these grilled Balerian spinefish tacos, or scorched krill bars, or synth egg and taco grits.
What was that you were thinking about getting?
Moon
you guys still
dusted
got the
fries. Yeah, you want some moon dusted fries.
Ooh.
Freeze
yeah,
fried
I want
slices of moon nave root vegetable, covered in dust, a mildly radioactive spice blend. Don't worry, it's cleared by the Space Health Code 22.9.
I'll take one of those.
Ziggy is flinching.
Listen, it's only
Your
probably
Geiger
get more readings
counter is
than that
going
in
off.
space.
It's fine. I'll take a rad pill and be fine.
Yeah, you know, you do the calculations in your head, and it's like less than 1 microsievert. Like, you know, if you go outside on a spacewalk and, you know, you're getting as much radiation as what you're eating here. You know.
That's that extra spice.
Ziggy
Makes your
is
tongue
pretending
tingle.
to drink coffee. To feel included.
Listen, it's just nice to have something in your hand sometimes.
We do have synth fluid if you want something, darling.
Hey, that's
Yes,
a favor.
Just a little refresher.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
I know I like
she'll give you essentially what's like a coffee for synths.
He actually drinks it now. He
Wonder
is
what it
very
tastes
pleased. You can see him as he holds the cup. He's just like, yes.
Hey, Ziggy. Can
Yes.
humans drink that?
Looks down at it.
You could, but I wouldn't recommend it. Says
I know what it
that.
tastes like.
I bet it tastes
Can I
like
sniff?
shit.
Probably does. Let me take a sniff. Can I take a sniff?
It is this dark, viscous material.
Looks like wood.
It smells like motor oil.
Mm.
Smells
that's
oily and crude.
That's what you used to put in the industrial equipment back home.
Something like it anyway. I feel like this is probably a little more complicated.
Also, I'm gonna be right back, grabbing some water and a snack.
I do not understand. It is just coffee. He's like fucking trying to.
It sure is. Synth Joe. Let's call it that. Alright, do you know if there's any other players? Are we the only ones onto this?
As far as I know, but I know there's some people around who scoped the planet, so there's a chance that other people got the same transmission. That's why you gotta act fast.
Yeah. On top of trying to beat Rexcom there, but they always take fucking forever. They got so much bureaucracy to deal with.
Yeah, and they only, especially so when the value's high on whatever they're dropping. Then it takes them longer, but with the haste I hear, might be something real valuable on there, other than the cryo. I mean, you're paying me for the favor of giving you the information.
Well,
Or I'm paying you.
So-
We're
yeah.
doing an exchange here.
yeah, an exchange of goods and services. Alright.
But I mean, if you find anything else on there, I'd be happy to move
Oh.
it for you.
I mean, what do you think? It's my first rodeo. You strip as much as you can. Unless it's marked or tagged or tracked and you can't get it off.
That's why I always like the cryo business. It's untraceable.
Medical equipment can get tricky, but you better get going.
Well, Thax gestures towards his lackeys to make their way outside to start loading up these. Essentially, what you're getting are these. They're about waist high and about a foot in diameter. These large, like, cryo chambers that hold cryo fuel. As well as he hands over basically like a backpack that can be used to siphon fuel out of one place and put it into these canisters. So
I am back.
Alright. Nate does not exactly look like a guy who'd carry a backpack, but he'll carry one now.
Hey man, weren't you ever in Scouts? You know Moon Scouts?
That was a long time ago, and I didn't really have my look figured out then.
Yeah, fair.
Moon Scouts?
Moon Scouts.
You learn survival
Shittiest-
skills.
Shittiest club there ever was, but you learn how to not die.
I always liked the popcorn fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
Back when
Ours
you could
always
get
did
corn.
chocolate bars.
Yeah.
Fun.
Or when you could get chocolate? Well, maybe you don't.
every time I got one of those little boxes of chocolate, me and the boys always just ate them. And they'd make my mother pay all the credits.
That sounds like you. That sounds like you.
I love it.
God. Feel sorry for your mother. He pats him on the shoulder.
Oh, it's all right. She was a drunk.
Oof. I mean, who isn't?
Okay.
A little bit of a, forced birthday present.
I mean, if you're not gonna get one anyway, that's called being
Administratively
thinking outside the box.
enforced birthday
Exactly.
present.
Exactly. Space
Hey, man,
chocolate.
Life on a Rexcom planet's tough. When you get chocolate, you get the chocolate. You eat it, You're not gonna go door to door asking some schmuck if they want to spend 10 credits on a fucking box of chocolates. Nah.
That ain't how it be.
Mm-mm.
It's like selling water to a planet where it's 90% water.
I don't exactly get your metaphor, man, but you know what? You live you.
Yeah, all right, big brain over there with your navigations. He snubs out his cigarette and lights up another one.
Fine, next time you go through hyperspace, try not running into planets and asteroids and, you know, the AC. Oh no, it's always gonna be broken. Yeah, big brains like me.
You do have a big brain.
I do.
It's one of-
My mother always told me that.
Go ahead.
Hmm?
You,
My mom,
your mother always
my mom,
told you something.
yeah, always told me I had a big brain, so it was
Oh,
too big for my own good.
Does that
Since
have to
kept
do
you
with
there.
fluid on the brain?
Yeah, does it?
Probably not. That sounds like swelling.
Then nah. No,
All
no,
right.
don't worry.
Perhaps we should set you up for a checkup.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
I'm
Maybe
good.
that's a good idea. Maybe I think that's a good plan, actually.
Mm.
What? You don't trust our doc here?
You gotta check for any space ticks now and then.
Exactly. What if you have a space tick?
There's nodding. Just heavy
Behind your
nodding.
ears, in the backs of your knees.
Oh,
You're
they
doing
get
this
into
on
the-
purpose. You're
They
doing this
get
on
into the
purpose.
nooks and crannies. They'll find a way, you know?
You see Nettie just like covering her ears and just like ah.
Tenacious little bastards.
Lavender, this girl over here, kind of pipes up and it's like, yeah, this space ticks are terrible.
You experienced them, have you?
No, but this one used to come home with them all the time. She elbows her partner.
Gross.
Once
Maybe-
pulled one out of my ear when I was swimming.
That's disgusting. Hey, literally better out than in.
Mm.
This is
You see
concerning.
Nettie.
Perhaps I need to check all of you.
Yeah, I
You
mean, I
just
could
see
use a
Nettie just,
checkup. You
like-
got the time. You guys don't got the time, but I'd love a checkup.
No.
When
Maybe
everything's
when
all
we
said and
meet up
done.
later. Yeah.
Well, the last time I had any of these fuckers checked, the kind of shit they could have.
Oh,
All them.
Love this.
This guy does not find this funny.
Ms. yelled sourpuss, come on now.
Looking hard out.
Ms. just says, yeah, he's just mad that none of them wanted any, none of the ladies wanted him on Sevalon 4 when we stopped in. And Thax says, you shut your dirty mouth right now.
Well, you got like a, and she points to like the nether regions. It's just like you got something. Yeah, Ziggy can try that out.
You wanna fucking find out? This guy looks at you.
Whoa, man! You're not my type. You're not my type.
Listen, you just gotta work on that winning personality, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Believe me. Ladies probably will fawn over you if you just work on that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Try not scowling.
He tries to force a smile and it just looks a little weird.
Oh, never mind. I was wrong.
Oh no. Let me work on that some more, man.
Maybe bring a mirror into the combination of things.
He just kind of shakes his head and scratches his scruffy little beard.
Believe
His
me.
little scruff.
Believe me,
Aw.
man. Some people like the hard, grizzled military man look. You just haven't found the right woman yet.
Listen, all I'm saying is it doesn't take that much to keep yourself clean cut, looking good, wearing clean clothes. It's not that hard.
You want these fucking cryopods or not?
I do.
Aw.
I most certainly do.
Then we'll all file out, and yeah, Thax and his boys will load these 5 cryo tanks. So
Nitties.
the thing is, right? There's gonna be 3 of you.
Mhm.
He wants at least like 5 of these tanks of cryo. And if I give you guys 2 backpacks that each hold like enough to fill maybe like 2 of these, then you're still gonna have to take like multiple trips inside.
So that would be the purpose of. So above table, if I did have one of his crew come along, would that be like you having to run a whole other person and it's really annoying?
Not really.
Okay. I mean, because I know Miz. I worked with him in the military. He was a report, right?
Mhm.
You know, maybe if you can spare him, maybe I'll borrow Miz.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you up for it, bud. And he looks, and this guy kind of has, you can see as he's outside and he's starting to move around, you can see more of him as part like synthetic. He's got like his full left arm is like robotic, as well as which you would know, Captain, is from an injury in a war. He has like basically this whole left side of his lower like chin and face is also like made out of metal. So his voice when it comes out is just a little bit modular. Like there's just like there's a little something maybe like boosting it so he doesn't sound so like small.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Alright. An extra pair of hands can go a long way, and I trust yours. Not that I don't trust you two, I just know him more. And I'm sure you two aren't too hard up on not having to come on a dangerous salvage mission anyway.
Yeah, not our forte. The other guy's like, yeah, not our thing.
Alright. We got our strike team. Meatbo likes to stay on the ship. We like to keep him there, so... We'll go get the cryo, and we'll head out.
Sounds like a plan.
Alrighty, so we will all load up our cryo. This also does mean that since Miz is helping, you know,
He gets a cut, right?
Hope he gets a cut.
he gets a little something, which he'll probably work out with the commander, or with Thax. But this does mean that if you do come across anything else that's like hyper valuable and decide to like sell it and ask for his help, that he might want a little bit of a cut of that, you know? Like if he's risking life and limb, you know, like he's gonna want a little payout, but
Yeah. Better to spread it a little more and have a higher chance of success on something like this,
alright.
I would say. Since if it can save us an entire fucking trip when time is of the essence, then it's worth it.
Yeah,
Plus
so
Miz got that
with
robo.
3 of you, with these backpacks, with all 3 of you like wearing them and carrying them in, then you could afford to like just make the one trip.
Gives us more time to look for other shit of value. We don't have a fucking guest room.
That's all right. It's only like what, 72 hours or something trip over there.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
not
sleep
bad.
on the couch.
I
We
think,
do have a couch.
and he
He's like,
kind
"I don't
of
have
yeah, he
sleep."
makes his way over,
Sleep in my bed.
props his feet up. Ah, this is nice.
Don't skimp on a couch, you know?
Mm-hmm.
As long as I don't gotta sit on it during hyper.
Don't worry, it's bolting down. Bolted down. Harder than fuck, I don't know. Dax is better at the metaphors.
Who is new man, Captain?
People.
Old war buddy. He's gonna help us carry the goods.
Oh, a friend of war.
Mm-hmm.
Respectable.
In theory, he's a pretty good one. Reliable. That's what I like about him.
Meatball will make extra chili tonight.
Time to go.
Oh, chili.
If anything happens to Meeple, I swear to God.
We would all die from Meatball.
I'm just saying.
All right, and now that I've got you all thoroughly invested in your characters after 45 minutes,
Oh no. Oh no.
yeah, it is about a 72-hour journey over there. Because this is not the type of thing that you do like FTL or like Lightspeed to get over there. This is just a, typical
Thrusters.
piloting of, your ship with the thrusters. Is there anything that you guys are doing in the meantime? I don't want to rush ahead.
Nettie doesn't really need to do anything with hyperspace, so she's gonna offer Miz a game of cards of blackjack.
I prefer dice.
Well, too bad. Our dice got left on the last scrapping planet.
It's all right, I got some. And he pulls out essentially like a really nice dice set, like D20, D8, with the whole thing.
Damn. That's a nice dice set.
Kind of twinkles them between his fingers.
I like twinkle fingers.
You got the good shit, guys.
You watch as between his fingers he kind of uses the magnetic charge of his metal hand to kind of make these metal dice float between his fingers. And as you see them at one point there, it's a bunch of D20, D8, D6. And then he closes his hands and opens them up, and they're all D6. And he rolls 5 D6 on the table and starts to play dice.
Why should I play it with him?
What would a gamble roll be in Mother?
Intellect?
Yeah, I guess roll me some intellect.
Could I put some mathematics into it?
Nah, just roll me straight intellect. Miz does not perform very well, but he does beat you.
Mm-hmm. We're both sitting there just not knowing how we're both losing so bad, but he's losing a little bit less.
He checks his dice. It's like, they're real, I promise. And he rolls them.
It just goes all bad. It's just like, what the fuck? You want me to roll
Oh god,
one?
he has. Oh my god, I totally realized he does not have any stats.
Yeah, he's. Oh, does he not have? Oh yeah, it's a 10. He doesn't
Hang
have
on,
a roll.
let me just.
Oh.
Nice. I got a success.
He's got skills, but no stats. Alright, so on his roll, what does he have for... So his intellect was a 33, so he still would have failed, so you beat him that time.
Nice.
Ah, you're very good.
Hey. That's why you keep us big brains around, right?
Yes. Not every hero wears cape or something.
No, some of us gamble our life savings right now. Let's continue our game. I'm bored.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
my lovelies. So, as we are getting ready for this, and we are speeding through, why don't you go ahead and make us a piloting roll, Mr. Nate Fullerton?
Oh
Good
lord.
luck, Captain. Captain, my captain.
I will say that with our
One-
navigation
one
specialist on
overtone.
board, you have advantage on this.
Oh,
Okay.
look at the team.
Do I? No, it's saying select a stat.
Roll it with intelligence
Okay.
or intel.
Every so often, Nettie just
Woo!
brings a tablet over, looks at it, and then just like leans back in her chair and yells into the captain's chair room. It's just like, "Hey, going too close to this bit."
Yeah, yeah. Which you know his way of saying, "Yep, thank you," but he doesn't say thank you. He just says, "Yeah, yeah."
Yeah, you guys zip off at perfect speed.
It's almost
You
like
guys
the
are
good
making
days.
good time. Mitbo makes chili for dinner. And now we're going to talk about a very crucial thing. Let's talk about gear.
Mm-hmm.
What are all of you carrying on your persons?
So hang on, let me see here. I assume there's gonna be like, so gear up, we need environmental suits, cutting tools, and the containment equipment is the backpacks and then the cryo containers, right?
Yep.
Okay. And the cryo containers stay on the ship, we bring
Yep.
the stuff in backpacks. Okay.
You basically, you have, so you two, you and Nettie have these backpacks, and they're not like too crazy big. They're comfortable. They don't like weigh you down or anything. And they just have this kind of like little hanging, it looks almost like a little like pistol type thing that just kind of ports into your cryofuel storage to eject, or it looks like a fuel pump basically.
Yeah.
To eject, or so both of you two have these, as well as Ms. is going to have one. So basically, you have essentially the ability to fill 6 of these cryo chambers, or these like cryofuel storage units, on one go in, because the backpack holds enough for 2 of these fuel containers.
Is Nettie's vac suit, is that good enough for the environmental suit?
Yep, that's what you would be wearing. You all have enough for a vac suit each in your near environment. All of you. If you wanted to personalize it in any way, you can personalize it in any way, but you would all have one.
How about the cutting tools?
Sure, cutting tools you do have around, these little handheld cutting lasers. You can write them down. I don't have them as actual items. We're doing a lot more theater of the mind this time around. But you do have these little handheld cutters. If any of you have the book open, you can see them on page 13. It's called the hand welder. Just these little two. It's called the Eva Mark II hand welder. Just a little thing. You have to be in an adjacent space. You have to be able to essentially touch something with it, and to cut metal basically. Can cut through airlock doors, and that like. And these also can be used as short range weapons too.
Nice. Do we need any guns?
Nate has his
very
on him
much
for
want.
sure. Yeah.
Now, Nate probably carries some sort of rifle, right?
Yeah.
Do you
And now,
want...
is there any issue with these fighting or these firing in a vacuum, or is it like a special gun that
You are
already
not
would
going to
just do
be
that?
in a vacuum.
Okay.
So you're not, because you're not going to be in space. This is a grounded ship.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's on the planet.
Gotcha. Okay.
So no, you would be able to deploy full weapons if you
Alright,
wanted
then,
on this
yeah,
mission.
rifle. I mean, I feel like, rifle pistol if possible, because I don't know exactly how it works in this game. I read it, but I don't remember. One is more distance, one is more close range.
Yeah, so They do have like just a typical like revolver. Does have a range of close range, which is, I believe, I mean, that's essentially just like within the room with you is close range.
Yeah.
It's not like super specified, but that's just like, that's like within typical sight is close range. If it's any farther, that's going to be long range. So
Yeah.
and then
definitely want
adjacent, if something says adjacent, that's when it means that you have to be able to like reach out and touch it.
Yeah. Okay.
So any of those, I mean, if you wanted a combat shotgun, you could have a combat shotgun, or just kind of, if you think it carried like a PDW, like a little submachine gun, you could have one of those.
I was thinking Nettie would carry something like a PDW.
You can have a little submachine gun.
I guess this maybe is just flavored that Nate would have 2 revolvers, or just because I can't get the
2
Space Cowboy
revolvers
fantasy.
and a rifle.
Just 2 revolvers.
Come
a rifle might not
on.
be necessary for this.
You're pushing it. You can have 2
Well, I said-
revolvers, though.
Okay. It's
You can have
literally
your
just
Space
for the
Cowboy.
look. Yeah.
Because I was gonna give you like 2 to 3 rounds of, or like mags of ammunition for a rifle, or like, so you can have, we'll say both of you can have your 2 revolvers. Both of your guns are loaded with the 6 shots that come in them, and then we'll say that you carry enough to reload each of your guns once.
Okay.
What about for the
For
submachine
the
gun?
PDW, so since you'll have this PDW, and your pistol holster slot will essentially be this hand welder, I'll give you like four mags of ammunition for this submachine gun.
4 mags with how much in it?
Just the one in there. So it holds... It looks like this submachine gun holds 5 shots at a time. It can be fired one-handed. So this is kind of like a pistol machine gun type of deal.
Yeah.
And I believe you dispense all 5 of the bullets at once. That's why it's a submachine gun. So you would just go... And it shoots them all off, I think.
Do we just
is how that
manually
works.
add them, or how does it work? Or
Yeah,
is
I've
there a
just been-
compendium that I don't know about?
I've
There
just
is no
been randomly
compendium, just manually add the item. We're doing Theater of the
Okay.
Mind this time.
Okay. Ah. There's an edit.
Yeah, you just got your 2 pistols. And then if you wanted to open to the book, you can, but I'll have it open for when you do damage and stuff.
Okay.
It's more for the flavor.
Yeah. Oh, there. I see on the book now. Okay, I see. 1d10.
Yeah, if you wanted to add it as an item, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, so Nettie's got the little submachine gun and a hand welder. Man, 5 shots seems so small to me. But they also do 2d10 damage still. So I guess maybe it's not... Oh, I guess the good thing about the submachine gun is that it can be fired one-handed. You don't have to use 2 hands. So you don't have to burst fire the whole mag. So you essentially, on you have 25 rounds of ammunition, Nettie.
So I
Including
have
what's
4
in the...
mags, 5 shots each.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think
Got
it
it.
says anything in the book about you getting to fire more than once, but I guess I could decide to let you fire more than once. If the, situation applied. But so yeah, Nettie's got this submachine gun and a hand welder in your other pocket.
What's Ziggy got?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
got
the
here with his
Ziggy?
scalpel.
Ziggy could carry maybe Ziggy's got a tranquilizer pistol.
Is there a fucking tranquilizer fucking thing here?
There is a tranquilizer pistol, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah, there's a tranq pistol. There's what else would
thank
be?
you. While I just
You could
Yeah.
also carry a hand welder it might help, you know, just so you have a close range weapon, and also you can help in if you need to use a hand welder. Wouldn't be bad.
We also have a laser cutter. Is that what we also have, or is that too big for
a
the thing that we're
laser
using?
cutter is
That's like a weapon, right?
that is like a big weapon, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it's like
oh,
what they
hand
use
welder.
in Payday.
Yeah,
Hand
you guys have
welder is more
hand
what we would
welders,
have.
is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, the laser cutter would be, like-
is more. That's something that you have to have a. So there is such a thing as if you look on literally the next page, there's a picture of the Mach 2 vac suit, the hard suit. That is like. You have to basically be wearing something like that. It enhances your strength in order to use that type of deal. You would know from your military training that that's the type of thing that, like, you know, people use to fuck up a building from a mile away.
1d100 damage. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing is, it also costs 1.2k credits. I'm all for giving you guys the rest of the guns, but that one costs a lot of money, so.
Trank pistol.
Yeah, you can add your little trank pistol. I'll say, since this is a more powerful thing, I'll say so it has 6 shots that come in it. If you use more than 6 shots of trank, you know, you're SOL. Sorry. We could say you maybe have 1 backup for this trank pistol. So 12 trank shots total. And then you can also take a hand welder. Miz has his revolver and also carries a little submachine gun. So you guys are strapped to the T.
Listen, scrapping's dangerous.
Yeah, what if the retcon comes a little bit too early? Yeah.
It would be the first time they've ever gotten somewhere quicker than you would expect. It's always possible. Maybe they have somebody who knows how to get things done.
Nah, I ain't there.
As you can tell, Nate has not exactly an abundance of respect for RexCon, so...
The thing is that RexCon ain't got me, so they ain't got shit.
It's true, I got you and I got Ziggy. They don't got any of that.
Exactly, they ain't got the zigs.
The Zigster. Can we call you the Zigster? Or is it just Ziggy what you prefer?
Please do not call me Zigster. I will take Ziggy.
Noted.
Got it, zigs.
Zigs will work as well.
Okay.
Go.
Zigster's where we draw the line.
Yes.
All units to proper battle stations.
Alright. Do I go to my command thing, or do I go to, like, actually fire
You go
a
to
gun?
the command thing.
Okay.
You're piloting the ship right now, baby.
Alright. Who do I trust to shoot guns? Who other than me knows how to shoot guns? Because there are, like, if it's battle stations, does that mean we need to defend ourselves, or?
Oh, no, that's just, you know. It's just what the AI says. Maybe you programmed it to be that way because you think it sounds cool.
Yeah.
It does.
Nate wants to look cool, so.
Makes people take their job a little more seriously if they're at their battle station instead of at their work desk. You know?
Yeah. I mean, it is life or death out here. We're fighting the vacuum, the never-ending, constant pressure and vacuum of space. So.
Does the Ziggy do backup weapons command when he's not in the...
I mean, listen, spend most of your time putting people back together. Sometimes you gotta take them apart.
Because he
What
could
do
be
you
the
think,
one
Ziggy?
up at the front.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't exactly have to use your weapons very often. And explicitly, if you were the person in charge of weapons, Nate would probably be furious with you if you pressed the button and shot off either of the 2 rockets in your cannons.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes,
I
you
mean-
would. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Nate, come on. Come on.
Those things are so expensive. if we use them, it's because we are seconds away from dying. And it's because loading one of you guys into the fucking tube wouldn't work. Alright?
Damn, the life of one of your crew members is not worth 4K credits.
Listen, he's not being serious, but he just wants them to understand that it is serious.
Yeah, those are like, we're being chased by an enemy spaceship and we gotta blow it the fuck up to survive.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Like, the button that launches them has like a little cover on it, so you can't accidentally push it.
Alright. 72 hours pass as we cruise through space. Normal stuff, we gear up. We're all putting on our vac suits, getting our laser cutters ready. We do an 80s movie montage.
By the way,
game of dice.
I'm listening to Magic Carpet Ride in the background.
Oh my god.
Oh
Fantastic.
my god.
The cyber jazz has been going crazy.
Hell yeah.
Before we
you
get
not hear
into
it?
shit.
I can hear
No, I can hear it.
Oh,
I need to go to the bathroom before we get into shit.
okay.
Nate, always low-key disappointed they can't wear his coat over a vac suit, so he's always tiny bit grumpy when we go on these.
Wait, why can't Nate wear a vac suit?
No, he can't wear his jacket over it, so he's
Oh,
like, it ruins
right,
the
right.
look, you know?
You can put your patch on your vac suit, you know?
Yeah. His, what is it, Dilligaff? Yeah, his
Do I
Dilligaff
look like I give a
patch.
fuck?
Yeah. And the answer is, I mean, kinda. Yeah.
Kinda want another cup of tea.
You should get a cup of tea.
Fine. Then I'm gonna have to cut this part out.
Dear Trinket, here is my home address and social security number. Yeah, I want to test that these work. Critical failure.
Stress increased from 2 to 3.
Oh god, oh god. Current shots, 6.
Do we have stress right now?
I don't know. I don't think so. We haven't done anything that's...
Yeah, you might want to change.
I want to successfully roll. Okay. Look at that.
You inflict 9 points of damage.
That's what I do.
I have my trank pistol, I have my scalpel, got my hand welder, I'm about to fuck everything up. Just pulls out the hand welder. I need to cauterize the wound. No! Ziggy!
Ziggy, you miss me with that bullshit.
I'm going to make it all better.
I don't believe you.
I promise.
Do you know what pain is?
That is not a part of my directive. No, I do not know what
Oh.
pain is.
Oh god, this is why you
I
aren't sale.
do, however, can ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your pain?
If you touch me with that, 12.
Perhaps you need this tranquilizer, Pista.
Don't you touch me with that.
I'm going to make it all better, Captain.
I do not consent.
You consented when you bought me.
Real talk, Nate is one of the hottest characters I think I've made. Every time I look at his token, I get reminded of it.
Okay.
Him and Kestrel.
Meatball is back.
Meatball.
Meatball.
Is Touch back?
If
Yeah, I made
anything
a whole cup
happens
of
to
tea.
Meatball, I will kill everything.
If anything happens to Meatball, I will kill everyone in this room and then myself.
And then myself, yes.
Yo, I got a good-ass kettle. I made a whole pot of tea. Or I made a whole cup of tea before Hedge got back.
That is a quick cup of tea.
Damn.
Yeah, Trinket Con 2 is gonna be great, because I'm gonna be... it's gonna be tea time. I hope you guys are ready for tea parties at Trinket Con 2.
Let's go!
Can we have tiny, tiny sandwiches?
Tiny sandwiches.
So, not to spoil anything, but I've been thinking a lot about what kind of thing I'm gonna host at the next Trinket Con, like what kind of TTRPG.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would be really fun to do something, because we're all like to role play and stuff. I think it could be fun to do like a more role play themed one shot, like where we're like all sat down at like a tea time type of deal. We're all playing a character for like tea time.
That's cute.
I will say,
And we dress up.
oh yeah.
I would love it.
I will.
I will say that I probably won't be able to ask off time for over the summer, but after summer, when we get a new hire at where I'm working, should be able to.
Last year we did it in
Probably be August.
End of August.
Yeah, probably be August.
September.
Okie dokie.
Still a ways off. Still.
Oh yeah.
5 months away, but it's the type of thing that, you know, I want to start people yapping about it now, because if I don't, then it's going to be 1 month out, 2 months out, 1 month out, you know.
I'm gonna be
Anyway.
ping-ponging at that point in the year because I have to be back on the East Coast for Critical Role in October.
Okay, let's get back to our story. All right, so we you guys can see it, all of you who are on board looking through any of the glass windows on the front pane of the ship can see us approach this large planet. One side of it almost completely shrouded in a pitch blackness, as it is the side that faces away from the planet. And the opposite side is this, what seems to be scorching, barren, desert type area with only this thin ring that kind of goes just around the edge of it that seems to be just a tiny bit green in spots.
Is it a planet we've ever scavenged from before?
This one you have done a salvage job on before, although nothing this high priority.
The thing we were like fighting REGUS to get to.
Yeah. Why don't Nettie? I'd like for you to make me an intellect check to try and decipher these coordinates that you have been given to navigate to the captain.
Okay.
Why your intellect so low?
That's just what I rolled. You can't add anything to it.
What's your highest stat?
Strength.
Wait, you should switch that to intellect.
Can I
Can
do
we?
that? I wasn't really able to do that.
Oh, wait. I guess I can do it. Alright, hang on. Let's do some stat adjustments. Yeah, we're swapping that around.
Got it.
Who else needs a stat swap real fast?
Mine are all pretty much the same.
Yeah, you're
So?
fine.
I think I'm good.
Ziggy, you're good. Yeah, you can keep your highest in speed. You want to swap? Yeah, I guess the android doesn't need to be super smart if he already has bonuses to his other rolls, you know?
I do have
My stats are
20 to
42.
intellect.
So your surgery, all of that stuff is going to be intellect based.
Mm.
And you already have a plus 20 to intellect there from like being an android.
Mm-hmm.
So technically you have a 53 in intellect, so you're pretty balanced. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So with a 56, yeah, these are tough to navigate. You are, as you're looking over your software, having trouble getting a lot of these, a lot of the other noise coming from the planet, as there's a ton of these ships that have landed down. Nate, why don't you make an intellect roll for me as well?
Just straight intellect? Do I add anything? But how much stress should I have? Because I was practicing rolling earlier, and I think I got some stress.
You start at
Now.
2.
Okay, so that's correct. Okay.
So you just took 1, so you should be at 3. Yeah, you guys, it's these, you realize now that these coordinates that you've been given are a little bit hard to find. And you start to kind of just, Nate, make me a piloting roll. Just to enter the planet, to kind of hit the equator type deal around where things should be, and kind of start to peruse around for what you're looking for.
And this one is intellect?
This one is also an intellect roll, but you should have a bonus to it, because you have piloting.
Okay, and just roll normal?
Yep.
Oh my god. Is there anything I can do, like in other D100 systems, to make that succeed? Because I'm only 1 above where I needed to be.
There's no luck in this one.
Fuck. God, what are the fucking chances? I'm sure easily determinable.
About a 58%.
I got a 58 when my stat was 57, it looks like.
Yeah, you guys have been to this planet before, but you can tell a lot recently that there's been a lot of dust storms that have picked things up, shifted things from where they were the last time you were here. So a lot of the landmarks that you're looking for and trying to find are just not there. And as the time ticks by, I'm going to say that it actually takes you a number of hours to try and find this thing. And by the time that you guys actually do approach it, find the REGUS, this massive ship stuck out of the side of the desert, you realize that the reason why you couldn't find it very easily was because it is starting to be covered by the desert here. And Nate, what is your plan here? You gonna park right close by, or did you want to park a little ways away and have there be a bit of a hike to separate you?
I mean, so if it looks like it's sinking into the planet, does that mean that the ground is unstable around it?
It just means that the winds here are really high and it blows the sand around a lot. The dunes are shifting, and they like to gobble up ships.
I would say if there's any places that he could perhaps make it so that his ship is harder to see from above, like any overhangs or something like that that are really big.
Make me an intellect check again. Well, you can do this with advantage because Nettie is doing it, or Nettie can do it with advantage, or both of you can do it, or one of you can do it with advantage.
What kind of roll?
Intellect. I have a 42.
I have a 37, so you can do it with advantage.
Okay. Oh,
Are you
did it
fucking
happen?
kidding
Did
me?
it? I'm going to.
It happened again.
What?
Yeah, this is a very, very stressful landing. This is one of the most stressful landings that you guys have ever had. And what is his name? Miz?
Mm-hmm.
In the other room is like, holy fucking shit, keep it together, buddy. I thought you were a pilot.
One more word out of you, I swear to God.
As you take a pretty rocky landing, you come in just a little bit too hot, and clunk, 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 clunk on the ground. Your landing gear comes out at just the last second as you fly into what was at one point just the open hangar of a derelict spacecraft here. Just like a big, think like Star Destroyer-sized spaceship that's kind of half stuck in the side of the thing that you can use. Just the
Star
entrance
Destroyer.
here to it.
I know it's not a Star Destroyer, but I'm picturing a Star Destroyer, and it's so cool. Anyway.
Just the hangar bay kind of hanging
Yeah.
out of the stuff here. And we can go to our first scene.
Ren, those are Star Destroyers? I put in chat.
Nice.
They're very big.
Yeah.
The
So we're not
planet. So
Yeah,
you
go
guys
ahead.
pull your spaceship down here into this nearby hangar, and I assume debuckle, start to get your bearings, start to move around.
Does
Out the
anyone stay
windows,
behind?
this is the site.
Mhm.
There are these large, what are essentially used for, they're pretty common on scrapyard planets, used for stringing up the top of a large spaceship so that people can get to the underneath of it, or used just as cranes to move heavy pieces of equipment. This planet is covered in them, abandoned or not. It seems like it might be a little bit cheaper, at least, to construct a new one of these than it is to move one. As there are a lot of these, and they seem pretty disposable. As well as a whole junkyard-sized planet of all sorts of spacecrafts in various states of repair and decay.
Been here before. We know what more or less to expect. Would this have been something where we have like the layout of the ship? Were we able to get blueprints of any kind beforehand, or?
You were not able to get any blueprints beforehand. All you were given is that key card and the coordinates, and just essentially that it exists and what it is.
Okay.
You know that, especially on these kinds of medical facilities, Rexcom keeps that kind of stuff real hush-hush. And they are all kind of built, like, there's not really like a standard.
Okay.
Shout
Yeah, I
out
think-
if you know what this art is from. None of you will ever guess it.
Is it
I was about
from?
to say, can I just tell you it's fucking cool as shit and Tricky you?
Yeah, I
you
keep getting
fucking
distracted.
cooking. God damn it.
Yeah. I keep
Yeah.
looking at the chain. Going. Is it from? Yeah, I don't know.
Alien 3.
Is it? Oh, I haven't seen Alien
It
3
is
in a
from
fucking
Alien
minute.
3.
Which one is Alien 3? That's the one
Prison
where she
Planet.
fall. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And then 4 is when she comes back, like
Resurrection,
yeah, xenomorph DNA in her.
We skipped that one, so...
Mhm.
Yeah. Had some
Yeah.
cool moments, but overall. Ugh.
Yeah, there are some... Occasionally here and there's some stuff, some glowing, blinking lights being powered by God knows what. The decaying reactors of the spaceships and... the chains that rattle in the wind. And I'm gonna switch us over to spooky music now.
Spooky music.
Hey Ziggs, I don't suppose you ever worked on this exact ship in your life, have you?
Ooh. Have I worked on this specific shit?
It's a long shot. It's a complete long shot in the dark, with my eyes closed, facing the other direction.
Though you would know that they're not explicitly like form factor. They're not like pressed and made. A lot of these ships and stuff are, especially these space stations. A lot of them are made to be modular, especially through like Rexcom, so they can take specific parts off of it and reuse it again and again and again. So you have almost certainly been on the specific like individual segments of this type of ship before, you almost certainly worked in a Rexcom medical lab that would look near identical to the type of thing that you're about to go into.
Perhaps. Maybe. At some point. I have.
Listen, I'll take it. Any help is better than no help.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep an eye out if anything seems familiar.
You guys are about a 15-minute walk away through this little scrapyard. It's not too far, but the closest little overhang that you could find is a quick walk.
Mm-hmm. That's 15 minutes ain't too bad. I've had further.
Mitbo wishes you all, if you're all gonna actually go outside now, I don't want to assume that you guys have exited the ship yet, but
I mean, I think we're ready to go. Could we have taken a moment to have taken aerial pictures of the ship to try to ascertain what might be? We don't have the ability to do a scan or anything like that.
not internally, no. It is 2 stories though, almost certainly. The docks that you have to enter the building are on the first floor, or the bottom floor. And you can see them kind of jutting out of the sand still.
Okay. Alright, we gotta go there.
Before we leave, I'm gonna Ziggy is going to put his hand on Mitbo's shoulders. Gonna look at him. If you need, there are multiple first aid kits that have been restocked for your convenience. Please be safe. And then
All right.
to walk.
Mitbo will stay safe. You all be careful.
Yeah,
One
normal
more
scavenging
thing
mission.
that I'd like you to have, Ziggy, is you guys have in your possession on your med bay at least 1 stim pack. Something to use in an emergency. Well, you would have one on board. Do you take it with you?
Yes, yes. Yes, I will. I'm gonna go look for it. Do I have to add it?
Yep, you just have to put an item on your sheet called stim pack,
Oh, okay.
which is an injectable healing.
Oh God, not armor. No. Okay.
I assume they're pricey and that's why we only have one.
They are quite pricey.
Impact.
They cost a stim pack costs about 1,000 credits.
Hey, I can buy 2 of those.
Me too. Rather not,
Costs
though.
about 1,000 credits, yeah.
Oh, I can buy a lot of them, actually. But I'm not going to.
Yeah,
Well,
I assume you
you
guys
have
are
that.
kind of
Okay.
saving to upgrade your ship, and that's why you're,
Yeah.
you guys don't really have such good cryo on your ship, which means that in this system, that means that you guys try to avoid your FTL as much as possible, because FTL can have negative consequences if you're not, in cryo. You can take, radiation. So, it's better to be in cryo for FTL. Doesn't mean that you can't do it. Your ship is capable of doing FTL if you need to. It's just that you guys have probably been trying to work up the cost to acquire a full cryo setup for your ship.
Yeah.
Because it is a little pricey.
You can make more money.
Exactly. Money begets money begets money, right?
But if you guys score this good hit, you'll certainly have enough money to buy some cryo chambers.
What is the payout again? I think you told us, but
So for the 5 tanks of cryo fuel, Homeboy is gonna pay you 40K.
Damn.
Ooh.
Where do you want to go to first, Captain, once we get those cryopods?
Because that's about how much this costs. So you're doing this is big money.
Yeah.
This is big money.
Maybe we'll go gambling, which is not something the captain typically does.
And that's just the cryofuel. If
Yeah.
there's other things that you can scrounge, stim packs, weapons perhaps, other types of things like that, you could make more money. What you don't have time for this time is a full scrap job. It's like a full scrap
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Because that would take you would normally, if you were going to do a full scrap job, go to like some derelict scrap planet, set up your ship for a couple of days, and then over the course of a couple of days, you guys break down whatever machine or thing you've come across.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then pack up and leave. But this is like a in out, we got to be done in, X amount of hours type deal.
Yeah.
In,
All right.
out. Get the shit and get out.
The ship's doors open, and the planet is very windy. It kind of whips the fog and sand up into the air to form this cloudy dust storm that clings to almost everything on this planet.
Hate this part. All right.
Just a little jaunt in the park.
We have our priority, but it is not the only thing on there worth anything. Far from it. Maybe we'll find something to fix our AC. Who knows?
That's my second priority compared to everything else. Sorry, Camp, I didn't mean to say that.
And they all set off into the barren desert towards this large spacecraft.
And we've been rolling so well, I'm sure we'll get there completely unassaulted.
As you're all moving, I would like you to make me speed checks.
Want to see real speed?
Would I add athletics to speed?
Let's
You
go.
could do athletics here.
I got a 1.
Damn.
Fuck, these things are heavy, says Miz.
I'm such a quick boy. Such a quick boy.
Nettie's
Miz is like...
putting her.
Yeah, sorry, go. What's Nettie doing?
I was just gonna say Nettie is just remembering all of the extensive military training that Nate gave her, and just like all of the days of making circles around the ship with a huge ass backpack on.
Miz is hauling this huge backpack, and he is, maybe it's been a while since he's had to do anything like this, because he is sluggish. You guys look back, you guys are all to the door already, like to the opening, this massive entrance port, and he's maybe like just like lagging behind pretty bad. You guys all gotta wait for him to make it, and eventually he does, and he's just kind of
Hey man, you need some water?
it feels the dunes, man. Holy shit. Oh my god, I hate these desert planets.
Ziggs, I think you should take a look at him.
I'm fine.
I can 100% give you a accurate reading for this.
Maybe you carry the fucking backpack then, buddy. Mr. Robot.
You got a problem with synths?
No.
Hmm?
No, but what I'm saying is, like, he's not gonna feel this later. If he were to be the one to put on the backpack, he could... I'm the asshole who's gonna carry the backpack and shot, and I didn't even get to negotiate my payment yet.
I mean,
Well,
he's
that's
got
on
a
you.
point.
We have time.
I'm taking the
He
first
holds
stim
his
pack I
hands
see, that's
out
all
for
I'm saying.
it. He's like, I'll take it.
Listen, I brought you because we need more arms to carry this shit. So,
Alright. So, we all approach this large dock. And I'm gonna move us to the things that you can all see.
Whoa. Just kept
ooh,
zooming out. Hey, fancy place.
research facility.
You
I bet you there's some
all
expensive shit in here.
move up into the mouth of this large hangar. Everything is much larger than it is. It's like not to scale. Sorry.
Mhm.
But this entrance would probably be able to host a ship a little bit smaller than yours.
Mhm.
Uh, Typically, it would be for more solo or like duo spacecraft that would be coming and going from here. This doesn't seem like it's maybe like a commercial sized hangar.
Mhm.
But you guys do enter into this large hangar that's kind of hanging, jutting out of the sand, this red sand that spills into the front entrance here. At the end of one side is a an airlock type deal.
Hey,
Is
Cap,
hmm.
when did the report say this was last in use?
I think it specified, did it? No, it didn't specify. Just that it was scheduled for deorbit and dump.
Hmm.
It made it here very recently.
Okay. Is Does it have power?
It does appear to still be powered. The auxiliary lights are on, but things are for the most part powered down. Make an intellect check
I'll make one as well.
if you'd like, or one of you can roll with advantage. It really sucks
Nope.
to lose in this one. You take a stress every time you fail a roll, so.
Ah.
Oh, I passed.
Hey.
I passed.
Nate, as you are moving up, you guys are still just outside the door. I know it looks like you're inside, but you guys are still just kind of hanging just outside the door. As you move up and you start to look around inside, Nate, you spot clear as day two
Uh,
blinking camera lights, little red lights, just on the tops of cameras up here.
they look like. Is it possible for me to take them out, or is it okay? Is this a thing where we can like sort of hack, I guess, into the system to turn things off? Is that a thing that's at our of avail to us?
It could be if one of you is very good with computers.
I have a +10 in computers.
Okay. Um.
Yeah, about 10.
So maybe
Which
Nettie kind of, or one of you kind of sneaks in just inside to try and get at one of the panels.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, there is like a panel on the front of this building that would be used to open and close the main airlock door, which is open at this current moment. So why are you making your computers roll?
Okay. Hey.
Ooh.
Yeah, as you are entering this in, you enter in the root default password for Rexcom that you know of, and surprise, surprise, it works.
They should really change that.
Still the commander's birthday? What a tool.
Who am I kidding? I never
And
want them to change it.
yeah, you can essentially, I'll say with your little handheld computer here, you can look in on a scan of the place as well.
Hey. So we're able to get a layout of it?
You are able to see the whole layout.
Oh, good.
I show it
Um.
to Captain Ziggy and Ms.
All right.
Yeah, so you can see this whole map. You should be able to zoom out and see everything where everything is. As well as you are able to disable the security system, the camera systems. Do you want to fully disable the camera systems?
Are you able to look? Is this something where you have to be hardwired to see?
Correct.
Okay. Is it something where you can check in at various panels or whatever? Like I'm just wondering because
Hmm.
it might be useful for us to keep them on. Um.
If
would
the
we know if
camera's in
Rexcon
the
is
specific room. So here's what I'll say. Your panel can kind of only display one of these at a time, but you can flick through them to see if they're available or not.
throughout the whole facility, or
If the camera says it's active, you have to check on it, though.
can you take a look at the command hangar? That might be a good
Uh,
place to check, since it's
yeah,
so close.
I guess I hardwire myself in and flick through the cameras until I get into the command hangar.
Yeah, finding the command hangar, the one right next door to you, it looks identical to this. Same 2 camera views on the front doors.
Yeah, looking like things working. Don't know what the other cameras are like now.
Hmm. Um. All right.
Obviously isn't too much of a dump.
No, it's still powered. That's honestly better than I was expecting. Uh.
Let's just get this job done before any feds come along.
It looks like to get to. It's likely. Is it likely the cryofluid is in research?
It is most likely that the cryofuel is either in the research facility or in one of the processing rooms. There's also the coolant access shaft that flow into the engines that could have them. More likely, it's in the engine areas.
Okay.
I guess let's go through the airlock.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, so you move up to this airlock, and it is still closed.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one of these brightly illuminated panels on the thing, but the door does not automatically open.
All right. You want to see if you can get it to open?
Open sesame.
Hmm.
Yeah, I tried Cap.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't.
Right.
You want to use the thing I pay you for?
Yeah. Is that computer's check?
Yeah, if you'd like to start, messing with the panel to try and get the door open, yeah, in a computer hacking
Nope.
kind of way. Yeah, immediately as you start fooling around with this specific panel, you see this bright, large red X appear on the thing.
Default password ain't working for this one, Doc.
uh,
You got something, Ziggy? I mean, you're the medical bot.
Can Ziggy attempt?
Yeah, you move up and attempt to interface with this. Give me a computer's roll with advantage.
Oh, I burnt my tongue on Sour Patch Kids.
oh no.
Nice.
You move up and insert your fingers into the door to give it your biometrics.
Oh, you're good with fucking computers. All right.
Yeah, finger that
Scanning.
door. We just
Authorized
look around
research
awkwardly.
droid.
Oh, damn.
Accepted.
Oh.
Iris accepts researchers into the medical facility. Please enjoy your stay.
Nice.
You're our little way in, aren't you?
Thank you. Simple response. Thank you.
Aw.
We
Cute.
He looks
are
at the other
it.
two.
Ziggy. The moment that this door opens, and your finger is kind of still in this USB port, essentially, you get a little notification inside your central UI. One that you don't have to share with others if you don't want to.
Sure.
But it says maximum containment protocols activated. All unauthorized life forms must be quarantined.
Oh. Ooh.
Research team must proceed to containment area.
Ziggs, what's that mean?
Are you sharing this with everyone?
Ooh.
This is just a little internal pop-up that happens like in your brain because you've synced with the central like computer service here.
And to my knowledge, these two, my team here, are unauthorized.
It kind of welcomed the
Okay,
three of
oh,
you
let's-
or the group of you as researchers. Sorry.
Okay, I was concerned that they were gonna be.
No.
It was
I mean,
letting you all in as researchers, but it was telling you as the android of the group that it thinks you are the research team that's on their way to deal with the cleanup here.
Hey man, I'll be doing some researching on.
Yeah, he would look at the captain
hmm
and share that message
What was the wording again? I didn't get it down in my notes.
that that the team needs to go to the containment because unauthorized will be quarantined.
Can you? Does that mean that something unauthorized is here?
Is Rexcon already here?
I don't.
If it is telling us to move to a containment unit, then most likely there is something here that does not belong.
He points at Ziggy. Now, does not belong doesn't very explicitly does not means that it's not Rexcon.
I mean,
So-
we're here.
Yeah, but it thinks that we're supposed to be. Stay on your toes. It could be anything.
Yeah, probably some bandit.
Is there any security logs that are accessible here?
You could
Or anything
certainly
like
take
that?
a look. Ziggy could while he's hooked in.
Ziggy, do you want to look up maybe
You could
what the
communicate with the ship's onboard
Yeah.
AI to ask it questions.
manifesto or black box or what happened that made this wind up here? Because I don't think we know that, right?
No, you don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and see if it has like a backlog of any. I'm assuming there are cameras potentially, or some type of way to see if something has been moving about here.
All service files redacted.
Should have seen that coming.
Anyway, get higher clearance.
If we stumble across some credentials that got left behind, perhaps? I'm not willing to bet on it, but
Hey, if we get
Engine
credentials,
systems at low power.
Oh no!
we need to get moving. We
Oh,
can't
no power! Oh God!
we can't
if we
dally
find
around.
any credentials, that go for big bucks.
This key card, what is this key card supposed to access that I was given?
I don't know, doors, the light.
Oh, thank you, AI. I love that
You don't know.
place.
Yeah, me
Are
too.
we able to move forward?
Yeah, you are able to move forward, yeah. The lights in here are pretty dim. They flicker. You can tell that this place is in like a low power mode.
Are these cameras still on, or was it just the ones at the entrance?
Well, did you want to disable the camera systems? Or did you want to keep them on, recording you while you move through?
I feel like we want to disable them. I feel like that could bite us in the butt. However, given the information that we have, there's no reason.
And well, the thing is that when RexCon gets here, can they look at the logs to see us?
Most likely.
Yeah.
Then
So
I
feel
say
like-
we disable them.
We're gonna disable those bad boys.
All right. So we'll say you have a block on the camera systems here with that success that you had before.
Is that something
Got
we
it.
can change in the future if we decide we want to access them again?
Perhaps.
Okay.
It would be another
Worth a
roll,
shot.
though.
Yeah. Then, all right, then we can move without worry.
As you guys move up, this hangar door here, this airlock, is left open, but only so much. It's like there's maybe a 3-foot gap. Like the doors
Okay.
aren't fully open or fully closed. It looks like maybe it was half open when it powered down.
Mm-hmm.
And inside, we have a new site. If I can figure out where it is. I have so many. There it is. Oh my god. So many.
Aw, dope.
Nice.
As you enter into this room where the doors are kind of hanging open, the doors would be like behind you if you were looking forward. And on your right, there is another small alleyway that goes down towards an elevator. But this door inside this room, brightly illuminated, reads quarantine zone.
Oh shit.
Ship's under quarantine.
That
That
wasn't in the logs.
it certainly wasn't.
Ms. says, I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't love it. I mean, it could be anything. It could be a fucking flu or some shit. Who knows?
Beat those ticks.
Could be space ticks. Could be. So the presence of like this is me not captain having seen certain fictional things. We don't know of any creatures like that, right?
Like Alien from Alien? Yeah, no.
Yeah, like xenomorphs, right? That's not
No.
a thing. Okay.
Nah, aliens aren't real. I mean, there's like alien animals. Just
Yeah.
like weird
Yeah.
creatures and stuff, but like none of them are super sentient or anything.
Well, check all the
Fine.
seals on your suits.
Yep,
That's what
we
we're
got
here for.
Ziggs with us. Fine.
Exactly.
Honestly, what you would think of is like biohazard.
Yeah, yeah. So if our
Because this is a
if our
medical
suits are-
waste facility, right?
Mhm.
Where they dispose of medical waste.
Mhm.
So, who knows? This could be standard protocol.
Yeah.
To have the whole ship
Um,
under quarantine.
So, yeah, just make sure none of your suits are compromised. We did all the seal checks back on the ship. Make sure we just take like literally like a couple minutes to one person checks another person's suit, and then the other person turns and they check each other's suits, just to
Mhm.
make sure. Does Ziggy even need a suit? Since Ziggy doesn't breathe.
So, technically, no.
Mhm.
But you can use it to keep your physical form from getting contaminated.
Yes, that's probably
That
a
is a
good
thing,
idea.
you know. This kind of suit also protects mildly against radiation,
Mhm.
etc. So yes, it
They start
is still a
fucking
useful thing
glowing.
for you to wear a vac suit.
Okay.
Ziggy, you're shining bright like a diamond.
It also provides, you know, like it's like a space suit kind of in a way that provides like, you know, a pressure so that
Mhm.
it keeps your, you know, keep
Insides where
modified,
they're supposed to
you
be.
know, keeps your insides where they're supposed to be. You would still, if an android got sucked into the vacuum of space, it would still be not pretty.
Yeah.
I'm picturing it. Not a good time.
Every time I think of somebody getting spaced, I just picture Event Horizon, and it ruins my whole day. One of the most, I don't know if any of you have seen it, one of the most visually fucked up movies I think I've ever seen. Anyway,
I have never seen it.
spaceship gets sucked into some sort of black hole, winds up going to hell, then comes back.
Got it.
What
It's
are we
gruesome.
doing about the sealed airlock ahead of us? So there's another
Well-
sealed airlock ahead of us in this room, and then to our right, there's another entrance to an elevator.
Ooh.
Is there any way to get around it if we get through it?
Well, it's open, right? It says it's open, but like it's not sealed anymore, I think, is what you said, right?
So if we go back, this door is sealed.
Oh, okay.
This one is not.
Yeah, this one is not.
On
And
the
then
map?
immediately to your right here, there is an entrance to an elevator.
Where
Do
does
we have
the
a layout?
elevator
Yeah.
take us?
Ooh. Ooh. Sorry. I got excited. Ooh.
Oh shit.
Arrow
I kind of feel like we should go up.
It takes you to the command center. This is Subsec Elevator 1.
Medbay. The medbay.
We definitely need to check the med bay. What's the
There's
inner
some-
sanctum? Just a place for a captain to hang out?
Do you ask the
Maybe.
AI?
Yeah.
Is it like a church?
The inner sanctum is used for religious purposes.
Oh, yeah.
Time to pray. It is time.
Do you pray much, Ziggy?
Tilts his head.
Pray to the gods of metal.
Yeah, me either.
Tilts his head the other way.
But so the most likely places for the fluid that we're looking for is the first floor, right?
Yeah. Most likely it's the easiest place, like the place that's going to have the most cryofuel is the coolant access shaft.
Can we? But it looks like it could potentially be a shortcut to get to other sides of the station or the ship if we go up to the second floor. I can't quite remember the layout of the first floor now.
The elevators do meet, I think.
Because there's no connection here on the first floor. Where it goes, if you imagine this is a circle, it kind of, there's no connection here, so you have to go through the middle, up, and then around. But I can't remember how that connects to the coolant area. Okay, so we could go for the coolant access shaft. I don't, man. Separating seems like a bad idea.
I say we stay together. We go up a floor. Well, okay, first, is there anything that I would be able to do to open up this quarantine?
So you move up, and I assume you try the same password you've tried before.
Mm-hmm.
It is unsuccessful.
You want to give it another go?
January 24th.
You tried
This
white.
zone is quarantined.
Fuck. Alright, maybe we go up, maybe we can find another way in.
L2 access required.
Can I
back to
try the
Ziggy.
card? Oh yeah, try Ziggy, and then if that doesn't work, we can try that card.
You want me to plug up again?
I mean, if you don't mind.
I will attempt to plug up.
A. Access denied. Higher clearance necessary.
Alright, can I try that key card that I got given?
Ah.
Access has been revoked.
Fuck.
Damn.
Useless.
Higher
Alright,
clearance required.
Is this a? We could not cut through this door with our torches or whatever, could
It
we?
would take you some time, but you could do it.
Let's just go around.
I mean, we might find some good shit while we're going around.
Yeah.
We can take the elevator up and sort of around a little bit.
You just want to take the elevator?
I mean, yeah, because we can't get through the airlock without a significant time commitment. So if we go this way, we could potentially find another way around.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the containment isn't complete.
Yeah, this it does allow you to enter the elevator and take it up with your level of clearance if you'd like to.
Thank you, Trinket Bot.
You're welcome.
I really.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm new to this.
No, it's great. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So where do we come up? Is it this elevator?
Yeah, I think it's right here.
Okay. The command center and the map room.
You
Interesting.
take this elevator up, and it's a little shaky. It's an old elevator. You only go up about 50 feet or so, but it takes a little while because the station's in low power mode.
You hear do 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 do.
Yeah.
Girl
Yeah.
We all sing it under our breath as it like flickers in and out because it's low power.
Yeah.
And then you finally get to the top with the sturdy clunk of the metal and enter into the airlock doors on the elevator open to reveal the command center.
Okay.
Ooh.
Now, there could be some very useful. Tracy, you're not getting something with Garth. Sorry.
The way Ziggy wants to touch that.
I mean, this seems like something that could be. We could find some information here that could cut a lot of this time in half.
Mm-hmm.
I want to touch that too.
Touchy.
Do any of the terminals look like they're on and able to be used?
They do flicker to life as you enter into this room. One of them displays a map of the shuttle, the whole spacecraft, as well as you get the impression, Nettie, as a person who does navigation, that this specific part of it, the command center, would only really be used when the ship, like when it's being used as a ship, when they have to actually navigate the ship around, which would not be that often if it was, in orbit around a planet. So
Are there any logs?
Taking a look through, you start to parse through one of the consoles. All right, so there's a couple of options. There's, like I said, there's a maps option where you can see the maps. There is a logs option. There is an advanced settings option, like an L2 access. And then there is navigation controls.
Yeah, I guess the most important thing for us would be logs.
Is there anything? Yeah. Yep. Is there any sort of equipment manifesto? So we might be able to figure out what the ship has on it?
Yeah, so you start to parse through the logs here, and you find that there are a couple, but all of them are either encrypted or corrupted.
Damn.
Yeah, would have been too easy.
Looks like they've been purposefully destroyed in some way.
It's probably standard protocol when a ship gets
What about logs of where they came from?
You see just a most recent report of entry to the planet being rough due to severe winds.
Got it.
That tracks.
Guess we can keep going on. Nothing here gonna help us,
Quarantine
at least.
status is still set to maximum.
Can we change it?
Can you change it? It requires a level 2 authentication. So if you would like to try and make some sort of hack to get in there, you can. You can try some passwords and stuff, but that might negatively impact your ability to use other stuff on the terminal.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck it up too much. What do the doors out of this room look like? Do they look like they can be opened?
Yeah, it looks like you could go into the map room from here, or you could go to the, there's a security airlock on one side that is closed that you could take to go to a different subsec elevator, but that door is closed. And then forward, there's sort of this just long chamber that goes, just this long hallway that terminates at an airlock over here.
What is the Inquisitor's archives?
There is an airlock here as well.
Oh.
No, you can keep moving, it's fine. The Inquisitor's archives would be the data of the, it's like the server room.
Gotcha. Hey, is this locked?
That is an airlock. It is also locked, yeah. There's a door here.
Does any of this feel familiar? Like, I see the med bay. Me, Ren sees the med bay. Does Ziggy feel like these halls kind of feel like he's getting?
Yeah, they're eerily similar to things you've been in before. It gives you a little sense of deja vu. Just the sterility, the cleanliness of everything.
If I look down this hallway, is the hallway open to the Inquisitor's room?
So no, there's actually multiple doors between you and that.
Do they also look locked down?
So you can only actually see to this door here. And it does appear closed, yeah. With the same, well, this one actually doesn't, this is closed. This door going ahead has that same quarantine marking on it.
Oh, shit.
This one is also closed.
And you said this one was also quarantine.
Correct.
Are any of these less thick than the door downstairs?
The ones that are not airlocks, like this. So like this door is easier to get.
Got it.
It just takes time.
I say we if we're going to weld a door down, do this door, because then that'll get us to the elevator that's right into where the engine and cooling is.
What if someone left credentials behind in the barracks?
I mean, that's also true.
This is locked, right?
It is locked, yeah.
Is it like heavy duty, or can I bust through it in a couple minutes?
You guys could
my
take
torch.
the laser cutters to it, and you could be done with it in. You could get in here in maybe 10 minutes.
I think that's worth it just to check, because it's also the armory. Then we'll also get an idea for how stripped the rest of the ship might be when they left it.
Alright. Maybe we'll find out.
Alright, so
a
you
laser
start
cutter.
to take your laser cutters to this door.
Mhm.
Alright, as you start zapping away at this door, make me speed checks.
Can I add industrial equipment to it?
You can.
I'll take it.
Nate, as you guys are bringing your cutters down on this door here, some of the sparks actually fly back up and hit you. I need you
Smack
to
them out of
make
his
me a
beard.
body save.
Oh, he's not out of his beard. He's wearing a thing. But okay, how do I do that?
Should be able to just,
Oh, I see.
yeah, click
Do I add
on
anything to
body.
it? Athletics?
You can do athletics, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, these sparks actually fly up in your face and come back at you, and I need you to take a wound.
Okay.
Oh man, I told you that you're supposed to use safety.
You are not wearing your safety goggles.
Fuck. They look dorky.
And I need you to make a panic check.
Great. Love this for me.
Oh wait, is the panic check supposed to make you take the damage?
Nightmare.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Where does this
Nightmare,
go?
nightmare.
it just shows up under conditions
Where are my conditions?
on the skills page. Just scroll down a little bit.
Oh, I see.
We had an entire seminar on how to properly use tools. How could you manage to do this to yourself?
I got a lot on my mind, alright? I don't need to be lectured by fucking kids.
Daddy's just chuckling to herself as she's continuing the cutting.
And then Ziggy comes over to fuss. To make
I'm
sure
fine! I feel like he says that, but he lets Ziggy do his fussing.
Oh, when you take a wound, you're supposed to roll on a table.
Oh, it didn't pop up that, I don't think.
Alright, so,
Is it under, is there a section
roll
for
me a
No, there's
d10.
not.
Just roll a d10.
Okay.
Yeah, so okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to refresh myself on how this actually works. So yes, you take the one wound, so you should be at one wound.
Yep, one current.
For a 3, you got hit with, you actually, wait, severity, oh, hang on. Man, this table is weird. It singes your hair in your face. Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay.
God
That makes
damn
sense.
It goes into
Because
the
it's fire and
ventilation
explosives.
system.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
He lets Ziggy fuss.
Yeah, I
Technically,
don't know
since
if I
it
can do
only be-
anything
yeah,
since.
okay. I understand how that works. Sorry.
I was just wondering, is there, since there's a wound taken, is there anything that I can do to negate it, or is that just the sum that they have? Sorry, I didn't look at the.
In order to help with that, you can do, pull up my section on healing.
Sorry, look, me too. I'm looking through the book and scrolling.
Once per day when resting, a character's body attempts to heal itself. After 6+ hours of rest, make a body save. If successful, reset health to its maximum.
Alright, so nothing in the moment.
Yeah, but I mean, but surgery, but your medical check should be able to do something, so. Or else it wouldn't be there, you know?
Could I do like either, well, there's field medicine, surgery, pills like that?
Yeah, but I'm trying to find exactly what it does for you, because I forget. Yeah, just roll me your field medicine check.
Oh, you're
Nice.
good at that. Shit. We all should have been androids.
I don't know, so I'm just gonna make up the rule. Yeah, you can get back your, you can get back your thing.
Remove the wound, but keep
Remove
the
your
nightmare.
wound. Keep the nightmare.
All right, thank you.
You are welcome. Please recall the training that we did when using our industrial tools.
I'll just leave the industrial tools to the professional from now on.
That would be very wise.
hmm Are we able to get in?
Takes twice as long now.
Yeah.
Am I playing this? I don't think I'm playing this wrong. Yeah. All right. So I'm looking at medical care. Artificial wellness counselor. That's you. So I
I
think.
love that name.
So I think with. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that the way it works, right, is wounds, when you get them, it takes, like, time.
Time.
Short term, once per day. Stressful health. Yeah. Wounds take. Wait, so is a wound different than health?
I have
Yeah.
11 health.
Okay. Yeah, don't. Okay, so. Yeah, you can treat the wound with time. But. Or you can treat. The health just comes back, but a wound sticks around. So,
Okay, so I still have the
you
wound.
do still have a wound. Yeah. You have been wounded by this. Or I should probably have not made you take a wound from something that insignificant. And that's my apologies on not understanding. But yeah, you did critically fail on that check. So it's not like completely out of the reason that when you critically failed on the body save that you took a wound from this. But no health loss here. This is where your we'll say you took damage from that, and then that your health check helped heal him back to full health, because you can recover health points through your med check, but wounds take more time. Wounds are supposed to be lasting.
Yeah.
My apologies. Still trying to get into the system.
Hey, it's our first time playing it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, you are able to, after a successful 10 minutes or so, kind of get into the officer's armory here. There is a lot of stuff in here, mostly empty armory walls full of weapons, except you do find a couple of small revolvers here, and a couple of service rifles in this main room.
Any additional ammo?
Yeah, there is ammunition for the submachine guns.
We'll take that. Hey, Doc, you wanna get something that helps you put damage into people instead of fixing it? Holding up one of the revolvers.
I believe my tranquilizer gun will do just fine.
Hope so.
How about one of you makes me an intellect check in this room?
Do I have intellect of 42?
Actually,
Best you do it.
not intellect for you this time. Why don't you roll me military training,
Okay.
Oh,
which would be
I
an
got
intellect based on this one.
Normal, or do I get advantage because of my
You
background?
can have advantage.
Hey.
damn 240s.
41. Yeah.
You actually find that they did forget one thing in this room. As you're searching over things, you pull out an ammo canister from underneath one of the benches here that contains not one, but 2 fragmentation grenades.
Oh. Hell yeah. Takes those.
Heavy duty shit.
He does take the other revolver, and he takes any ammo for it, and he gets it set aside so he can have more for his own pistols. Would you say he gets an additional 6 if we say that it was just a loaded pistol or a loaded revolver?
Yeah.
It's up to you. Okay. I'm gonna add 18.
But with your military training, as you're looking this over and thinking about things, you realize that, like, it doesn't seem like a lot of these are missing because they've been, like, stripped out. Otherwise, people would have found, you know, they would have come and taken the rest of the guns by now. But there's still some lingering around. No, it's weird to you that of the maybe 10 setups here, you know, this is like an armory for like 10 people. Of the 10 here, maybe there's only like 2 sets of stuff left, and it looks like the rest of it has been like deployed. Like it's gone because they picked it up. The uniforms are gone too. The vac suits are gone. Looks like 7 people put on their vac suits, took their guns, and then never brought them back.
And if it had simply been taken out because the ship was being decommissioned, they probably wouldn't have missed this stuff.
They probably wouldn't have missed the rest of it. They probably would have taken everything else. And you
this...
know that they haven't had the time to properly decommission this place yet.
Yeah. Is this
Yeah, you
open?
can move into the officers' barracks. I have another scene for you.
Okay. Oh,
Ooh.
look.
Cute.
That's super cute. The vibes are immaculate.
This is a small-ish room. It looks like it sleeps about those 10 people, and in not so nice conditions either. Like, it's still bunk beds in here. There's some nice computers set up on one side for people to maybe do some night work on a computer or something. But other than that, this is pretty standard military accommodations.
Do we find any credentials?
Make me yeah, as you start to look around, what are you poring over? What are you looking for? You said credentials specifically? Like key cards?
Yeah, key cards, anything that we could use to open up doors or get information.
So these computers kind of have a like a floppy drive style front slot into which things can be like these little cards can be inserted to bring up like, you know, for security reasons. And you notice at this terminal that there's actually one still stuck in the machine.
Oh, hell yeah.
I take it out.
Yeah, you yoink it out, and immediately the thing that was open on the screen clicks off.
Oh, we should have seen what it was.
I put it back in.
Yeah.
It prompts you to put in a password.
Fuck. Is there any notes around that would
On
someone
the key
be
card,
curious?
you pull this out, and it is for a Lieutenant Dan Marsh. And on it in big letters, you do say L2 in the background.
Oh, he is. It's a level 2.
As you pull this out and you start to look over this card, you realize that what you had originally thought was kind of like a print on the front of this card is actually dried blood. As it looks like somebody had bloody hands as they inserted this card into the machine.
Take a rag out from somewhere and just wipe it off.
Do you tell anybody?
Cap.
Hmm?
There's and just like peeks around the corner and holds up the floppy disk and is just like, blood.
Is there any on the floor? Okay.
Yeah, you can see there's what looks to be bloody fingerprints on this.
What the hell happened here?
And no, there is no blood anywhere else in this room.
Is it disheveled in this room? Like,
I mean, things look like they've been rifled through, like people left in a hurry.
are there any personal, like, data pads or anything like that where somebody might...
There's a lot of personal effects here.
Can I take a
Mostly
quick...
military fatigues
Yeah.
and stuff, but
Okay.
Anything expensive looking?
I mean...
honestly, not really.
What about the whole, like, is there a data pad or something as mundane as, like, a written journal or anything like that? Just anything that might have given a personal account as to what was going on here? Or maybe even where there's valuables?
Make an intellect check.
Okay.
Nice.
10.
As you are searching things over and kind of thinking about what could have gone on here, you do actually spot like a little data pad type of tool underneath somebody's bed that is still flickering on and off. The screen is slightly cracked, but you could go through it if you wanted.
He'll take a few minutes while the other two are poking around.
It starts off as some recordings of a pretty normal guy, a researcher. He introduces himself as Matt. Trying to, classic one of those moments, trying to stay sane on the big spaceship. Just got my new job and it's kind of crazy out here. I don't really fit in with all the other guards, but I hope someday I can make my, the company proud.
Oh, buddy.
Entry 2. They're not very proud of me.
Oh, buddy.
Lieutenant Dan is really mean, and they won't let me into the research facility room, and I don't know why. And
Dude was learning the hard truths of working for RexCon.
Yeah.
it goes on to do some other entries over the course of the last couple months. In just regular orbit type deal. Medical waste come in, medical waste come out. He's only here because occasionally they have to deal with high profile prisoners that maybe, have to get medical work done, etc., etc. So they need a security force here. And then at the end, the most recent couple of entries are talking about increased security, how they're hiring a lot more guards, and he's worried that they're going to send him somewhere else. He might get discharged because he's not doing as good as everyone else. And then, yeah, that's it.
How long ago was it, roughly? You don't have to come up. It was 7 days ago, but was it just before we know this thing made landfall?
Just before
or was
this thing made landfall, yeah.
Okay. I think he's gonna... It's pretty small. He's gonna take it with him just in case. You never know.
Sure, you can slip it in your back.
They were taking on a lot of additional security right before this thing went down. I don't know what that means, but...
Maybe
we found...
extra special medical waste, I don't know.
You know that it would probably not be too smart of an idea to increase the amount of workers working at a place right before it goes out of business, or right before you decommission it. That is a little weird.
It's lending credence to the idea that an event happened. This wasn't planned.
Yeah, for sure. Something weird's happening.
Alright, well, let's go back to the main room. We have the key card. Will we always need a password for it? Or will we be able to use it without a password?
That was to access his, like, personal files on
Gotcha.
the computer.
Did we find any possible, like, slip up of did he just have, like, the code lying around on his monitor, or...
And not inherently, no, but you could have made a roll to try and hack it a little more if you want. Try and bust through things.
Boot scooted immediately back in.
Sure. I'll make a computer check.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ugh.
99. Yeah, you immediately enter. The first thing that comes to mind, cop. Cops are cool. Officers barracks. And then it
69 420.
You only got 3. And you used all 3 of them.
I guess I'll leave it in there to wait for it to refresh.
Well,
You also, on a critical failure, you have to make a panic check.
Oh no.
Roll. Macro, no character selected. Let me... Wait, is there like a thing on my...
It should be in your...
On the right side, I think? Or no, wait, where's panic? I clicked it on the
Yeah, mine says no character selected. Macro target is set to currently selected character to select character.
Oh, it's because you never set your as your user, you never claimed your character.
Let me do that.
It's under at the bottom left where the players are. You go to customize player or user settings. I'll just do it for you.
Oh, I got it. Player. Yeah, there we go. Nutty Dent.
Now he should be able to do it.
Normal. Nice.
You take a deep breath and regain your composure.
Goddamn cops.
Yeah.
Damn feds. Just you see her storm out and just like, fuck.
Fuck the cops, right?
Fuck cops, exactly. That's what I've always said. That's what I've always said.
Oh, I know.
Let's keep going.
So yeah, there is a another one of those quarantine doors right here.
Can we try to use that key card to get through it?
Yeah, you stick in this key card, and you hear the automated voice.
Access granted. Warning.
Hey.
This area is under maximum quarantine.
Maximum?
God, I don't like this.
Caution is advised.
Everybody's suits are
Welcome,
good, right?
Lieutenant Daniel.
Yep, that's me.
I did not know your name was Lieutenant Dan.
That's what they used to call me in college. Has never gone to college ever.
Yeah.
Inside joke. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna step through. Is there any kind of testing that Ziggy can do, like medically wise, on the fly, for like if there's any weird things that are airborne or?
Oh, can I do? Would that be my? Could I use my bioscanner for that?
You could, yeah. Use your bioscanner. So a bioscanner is essentially like this item that can be used to scan stuff like all over the place. It's not just like in this room. Alright, so yeah, you start to wave this bioscanner around, and yeah, you're detecting nothing on this floor. It goes into like the next room and the room around and the room below you.
You still got the robo talk on, Trinket.
Dang.
Okay.
I'm never gonna remember to turn it off.
You're
okay.
understandable. It's just funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, you don't see any life form showing up on this scanner.
No people in here.
Nothing so far, Captain.
all right, that's good. Well, it's a real quick detour to the med bay. Potential high value shit in there. And then we can. Is it. The idea, is this the elevator that would lead us to the coolant thing?
This elevator would take you to the oxygen process.
Which
We
would
need to
then
pull it up
let us go
top.
this way, right?
In theory. So
Alright.
the elevator you're about to come down is.
So,
If
but
you
we
were
could
to
zip
take-
around to this one, right? Up top?
In
Yeah,
theory, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's do a quick detour to the med bay. We got a little time. We've you know, that key card's gonna help us move a little quicker. Is this the sort of thing where everything is sealed, or can we walk a little more freely here?
Every single one of these doors, you have to manually put the key card in. This place is on maximum lockdown.
Yeah.
Like, you are getting hit every single time you open one of these doors with the prompt of, this is danger. Do you wish to proceed?
Oh shit.
Boy. 40,000. Is it credits? Is that what the terminology is?
40,000 credits.
40,000 credits, baby. We can get the cryo chamber and the AC up and running.
That is a lot of credits, says Ms.
Finally.
Alright.
See?
Miz.
Miz has got his gun out. He's
Miz is
ready for
smart.
something.
I feel like my guy has his hand, like he's got two hip holsters, and one of his dominant hand is like ready.
This
Yeah.
gives me the fucking creeps.
Yeah, you and me both.
I like to think that Nettie has a sling that just keeps the PDW like by her side. So like when she's not welding or cutting open doors or doing whatever, she's got it in one hand.
And Ziggy's just thinking about his tranquilizer gun. It's like
Ziggy's just like do. Okay, so let's open this door
elevator music for him in his
because
head.
it's only 3 doors to the med bay.
Yeah, you open this door, and these next 2 doors. Get to this next hangar to find inside this Ministorum wing, a pretty grisly sight.
Oh no.
Against one of the walls, and then a little farther down is the dead body of 2 of the security guards, who both appear to, for lack of a better terms, like be missing parts of their body. The first guy leaned up against the wall has his lower torso is just missing, like his legs are gone,
Oh my
and
God.
there's this trail of viscera that kind of juts out from underneath him. And the other guy, it looks like something, for lack of better phrasing, right where his arm was. You know that painting of the god eating his son?
Yeah.
It looks like somebody just took a big chunk out of this guy.
No.
Correct me if I'm
happened
wrong.
here.
That doesn't look like a disease or something caused by
so
medical waste.
Fun thing. I need you all to make fear rolls.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can I use my military training for this?
Does it say you can?
I don't know. I mean, it
Yes.
just says. It just
You
says.
click on it and it says add a skill, and you can add a skill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he's seen probably some grisly stuff over the years.
This is
Nope.
pretty grisly.
Nettie, you got it.
And from your fear save, Nate, I need that panic check.
It's the war flashbacks.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm alright. I'm alright.
Yeah,
I'm alright.
you for a second it starts to get to you. You're starting to have these little bit of flashbacks, but yeah, you're able to look around to your friends and realize they're all still alive, and you know.
Anyone paying attention sees Nate's hand shake like a little
What
bit.
the
His dominant
fuck?
hand.
Looks
This
like,
isn't-
don't think that's industrial accident.
Ziggy gets
What the
like really close to it. He's
There-
not phased by this at all. He is looking at the missing lower half of this thing. And I'm assuming there's no way to really, obviously this is how this person died. They are bisected.
Yeah, bisected. Yeah. There
Does
is a
it look-
long trail of blood that leads both into the and also you can see plain as day there is a long trail of blood and just this pinkish stain on the floor that leads directly to one of the air vents on the far side of the place here.
Okay. Can I determine how potentially how with the blood, maybe is it dry? Is it like
Yeah, you can run some like scans on it if you want to like literally like touch it and run some robot scans on it.
Yes, I want to touch it.
You little
Yeah, you
grosso.
start to, as you go through this, you're touching the blood on the ground, and yeah, sure as heck, this guy died from this, you know, the sheer shock of being ripped in half. And you see a lot of his blood. But then as you start to go through the blood that's actually on the ground, you do find slight traces of his, and you start to run it, and it's type O, it's type A, it's type B, it's type B negative, it's type O negative. You find, like, all these different types of blood types, as well as, strangely enough, synth as well. Synth product. It's this weird hodgepodge of materials that, like, is deeply unsettling.
Okay. Ooh. Does the bisected situation here, for this?
Whoa.
Ren robot?
Sorry,
red robot.
I don't know why it opened that thing. I didn't mean to.
Whoa.
That was my bad. Yeah, I want you to know I didn't touch a fucking thing. That was weird. So at the bisected section, does it look like it would have been like a clean, or maybe something bit it in half? Can I find the legs?
Make a medical check. Make your check with field medicine or even surgery. You can honestly make this with surgery because it's a better roll.
Surgery.
Makes sense surgical knowledge of whether it's a clean cut or not.
Oh,
Yeah, this is so horrifying to you that you're like, yes, something almost 100%. This is the most jagged, disgusting thing you've ever seen. This was not clean.
well, let us do our best not to have any of you look like this, please, and thank you.
Nettie's going to like poke the corpse with the muzzle of her gun and just be like, "What the fuck did they bring back?"
Stay away from the vents.
Immediately goes over to the vent. I was making my way.
God, Ziggy!
Making my way
I'm
down.
making my way.
Walking
down.
fast.
Yeah, it's a trail, almost like a slug.
Ziggy, let's go to the med bay. Get away from there, please. It's an order.
I feel like you watch him put his hand out to touch the vent. Then you say it's an order, and he moves his hand away and turns around.
The music faded at such a perfect moment.
Would you guys like to take a quick 5? I gotta use the bathroom.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Gotta do the
Yes,
same.
because I'm terrified.
Piss break. I gotta piss
I got
safely in the toilet
Yeah.
so I don't do it in my paint.
exactly.
Break. I'm gonna take advantage.
Go piss, queens.
Go piss, girl.
Piss it all by yourself, handsome.
I'm
Okay,
playing a
actually,
handsome man. That's so funny.
I imagine that he walks into the bathroom and like the one the stalls is closed, and all Nate hears is just piss it all by yourself, handsome.
I hate you.
She's not even straight.
Neither's Nate.
Huh.
So they're really not. Listen, I'm not gonna start playing a straight person in a fucking TTRPG now.
Lesbian and gay man solidarity.
Exactly. Listen,
I'm actually gonna go
Yeah, go pee. Go pee.
go piss, queen.
Go piss, queen.
Okay, dab time. Also, I was in the bathroom and I heard you giggling through my headphone. Oh, like...
Pissing all by yourself, handsome, was spoken. In the context of Nettie going into the bathroom, like a bathroom type situation when Nate is in one of the stalls and saying that, and it's extra funny because neither of them are straight, because why would we suddenly start playing straight characters in D&D or in a TTRPG? So...
Damn, boy. Were you frying some chicken in there? No, for real though. You piss loud as fuck. I think that's pretty cool.
I'm done. I'm done.
Have you never seen that meme?
No!
Oh my god.
There's so many memes. If this were an alien game, my character would be like the first one to die.
Damn, boy.
Well, we do have an android of color. And there is a rule with horror movies, a really
Damn,
stupid
boy, were you
one.
just frying chicken in there? For real.
Hey,
though.
yo!
It's loud as
I'm
fuck.
done.
I think that's pretty cool.
Oh my
That's pretty cool.
It's Rouge. It's Rouge the Bat from Sonic.
Oh my god.
Damn, boy. Were you just frying some chicken in there? Nah, for real though. You piss loud as fuck. I think that's pretty cool.
I think that's pretty cool part.
The pissing all by yourself handsome is a really good one too, the Fallout one.
Yeah.
So by yourself in your hands?
And Nate's response is, I hate you. So that's
Wow.
where they're at.
How could you say that to me?
It's
I
a
am
It's a
so
joke.
different, Lord.
you're very good.
Thank you. Sassy but
Captain, do you require assistance holding your penis?
I'm all set. I think I'm good.
yeah.
Now's not the time, Zix. Now's not the time.
Is that what Nettie is implying?
Nope.
Sorry, I just think talking like an android is really fun.
It is fun. Man, I got to say that's an order. That was fun.
I was gonna touch the vent.
I know.
I wanted to touch the vent.
I mean, for science, right?
For science. All is for science. Always science.
Well, how about you do some science in the med bay that's right behind us, you know?
Oh, I planned to.
Good. Maybe we'll find another, what do they call it? Stim pack?
Some stim packs,
Help.
yeah, you might be able to find some stim packs.
Oh.
You never know.
Or we find whatever killed that person in the network.
I mean,
I
that could.
can't wait. I still got so
I
many
can't.
surprises.
I'm scared. Listen, if this
Guys,
is.
I have so many scenes set up.
Oh, so excited. So excited. I'm so excited.
Every single like space marine, space horror type movie and game is running through my head right now.
And I hope you understand that I try really hard to write a story that was none of them. You know how hard
Yes,
it is to write new sci-fi?
yeah, I can imagine. The DNA thing is making me think perhaps it was a result of something biomedical. Perhaps people started changing, people started amalgamating, but that is me and not Nate thinking that.
Ew, that's gross.
Super gross.
Ew.
Love some body horror, you know?
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it, I'm getting edged by a sneeze.
Where's
Oh
Miss
my god.
Nettie?
She's pissing, girl.
Man, so we get to do this tonight, and then tomorrow we start Ebonhearth?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Pog? Like,
I'm so.
I think tomorrow we might actually get into gameplay.
Ooh. Have Tuna and Aaron made their characters?
Erin's is 99% done. Tuna has not. I know what she wants, and I'm going to build her character for her tonight after this.
Mm-hmm.
And then tomorrow we can change anything that she doesn't like.
Nice.
So hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to do like just an hour chat. You know, like I'll sit down while everybody will come there, and I'm gonna sit down for an hour or 45 minutes or so and just yap. Like I am just gonna yap at you guys about the setting, about um, the setup for the story, about Ludwig. We're gonna talk about how you guys all know Ludwig. We're gonna talk about how you guys might all know each other. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then hopefully by the end of that hour, we're all in the right headspace. We're all there. We all know what our characters are, and then I'll introduce us into our story.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it might take us a little while to get things situated. So that's why I'm you know
Yeah.
it might take us
Uh-huh.
because like I said, Tuna has not really made her character.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Damn girl, were you frying some chicken in there? No, for real though, you piss loud as fuck.
Well, thank you. I take that as a compliment.
It's cool. That's
Sorry,
pretty cool.
I introduced Tanny to that meme.
It's such a good fucking meme.
That's a really good meme. All right.
All right,
Well, bed.
flashback. Continue. It's spooky. Get spooky. Get spooky. Get.
Spooky, spooky, spooky. Nightmare, nightmare,
Nothing
nightmare.
scary.
All
Nothing
right.
scarier than getting
We are
yelled at.
standing at the door to the med bay here, which does have a glass pane which you can look through into the med bay.
Peek. Take a peek.
You take a little
Okay.
peek in. There are so it's not gonna actually look like it on the map because this was supposed to be something else. I had to overlay it with the med bay. But essentially in the center of this med bay are three long like medical chambers, ones that you would crawl in to have like medical work done. They're called, med bays, med chambers. Um, as well as on the far wall, there are two cryo chambers. One of which is open, the typical way that you would see it, but one of them is actually closed. You can see it from here. One of them is in use. None of the med chambers in here are in use. You can say these little 3 things are the med.
Hey, boss.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we entirely signed up for this, or
We can't just leave a person in here if they're. We're going in. Either way, we're going in.
I was about to say, so is it like you can just open
You
the,
can swipe that level 2 card.
yeah.
Yeah, the door's open.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yes. This feels like home.
So yeah, there are these 3 kind of med bay chambers in the center, and then you can just, for reference, there's one maybe cryopod that's, closed, and one that's open in this room, as well as some monitors and stuff in here.
Can I
Well, if you.
go to the one that's on? That is showing on?
Yeah, you can check it. It is kind of frosted over with like the glass isn't exactly like see-through. You kind of have to press a button on the chamber to like have the glass be see-through. But there is one cryo chamber in here that is occupied. You could check the data on the outside and read it though if you'd like.
Yes, please.
It is blinking. It is blinking red, and it says low cryo. It says low cryo. Patient life signs low. Male. That's what it says. It says cryostasis active. Judging by the look on it, this guy's got maybe a couple days left.
Oh.
We can come back for him.
48 hours of cryo left.
Because we'll be done here before then. But. Does it say why he was in there? Is there any medical logs or.
Yeah, you start to pour over it and get a little bit deeper. And it says major laceration, left side. It also, as your, why don't you make me a medical check? Give me that surgery check.
Yeah, it would be Mr.
Sure,
Ziggy. The Zigster. The Zigmeister. Ziggaroni and cheese.
Ziggaroni and cheese.
Unknown biomass infection connected to entity.
Oh, Jesus.
Is it see through?
Please add cryofuel.
I'm starting to think maybe we should leave him here.
at least for now.
There's something in there that's not supposed to be there. That even I can't remember the name of the company. Rexcom.
You do find with this success looking over these files, though, or looking over this data pad, that there was no staff present. This person put themselves in the cryopod. It's self-activated. So whatever happened, this person crawled into cryo and activated themselves.
Yeah, they knew. Well, I mean, if you got a big laceration, and
And an unknown biomass.
Oh God, I'm not dying today.
Not today, motherfucker! Rexcom will be here!
I have faith in Rexcom. Ha ha ha.
Ha 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 ha.
But yeah, there is a person. You do see also that blood trail that was outside, that blood trail that does read more as a person, does trail right up to this cryopod. Clearly somebody crawled their way in here and manage to make it into this cryopod.
Okay.
Is the cryopods? Can we look and see this biomass? Like, is it something that's like a tumor on the outside, or
Yeah, you like I said, the glass is kind of frosted over, so
yeah?
you could press the button to like illuminate the inside. It's dark.
Let's do that.
Basically.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, as you bring this up, you see a pretty normal looking man. He's got brown hair, uh, a slightly graying beard. He's a little bit older. You see a ripped security uniform. As where he has, and on the right hand side, you can see, clear as day, what seems to be. It looks like the surgery bot has tried to seal something up, like this gnarly gash that goes kind of from just like above the breast down to maybe like his hip. It looks like a seriously grievous injury, like a fucking crazy injury. And it looks terrible. It looks infected. Like it's like bloated and parts of it are turning black or brown underneath it, but yeah, he does not look good.
Hey, Ziggs, correct me if I'm wrong, but a wound getting to that state takes time, and that wouldn't have happened while he's in cryo,
I mean,
right?
isn't it? I mean,
For
doesn't it
something to
just prolong time since if you're going in a sleep state, kinda?
So, what you would understand, well, actually, let's do this in character. Why don't you guys make me some science check?
Can I even roll that? What do I roll for? Intelligence, I guess?
Yeah, it would be intelligence or yeah, like mathematics would be a one. Field. Yeah, I guess you could make a medicine check or your surgery check.
I'll do a math.
For Nettie, probably be mathematics. Yeah.
I have failed so many rolls. Well, we got one of us at least.
Mm.
Ziggy, you know that uh, cryo. The reason why it works is it stops. It in theory is calculated to the human body temperature. So it
Mm-hmm.
lowers the human body temperature to such a point that the cells can't age.
Yeah.
So you would know that in theory, yeah, if this guy put himself in cryostasis, his cells literally should not be aging. So the fact
Mm-hmm.
that his wound is infected in some way is,
Mm.
to
Yeah.
your analytical brain, something that should not be capable. Like
Yeah, it's a bit funky.
whatever this is, whatever he is infected with, is, albeit perhaps maybe being slowed, it is still growing even under cryo conditions.
Yeah, not good, not good. I
Mm.
share this with the group. Be like, yeah, that probably shouldn't be doing that.
We're gonna leave him in there,
Yeah, methinks that's a good idea.
obviously. Um, is there any cryofuel we can siphon in here?
You check the gauges. In this part of the storage for this, there is only enough for this guy for about 48 hours, which
I feel like
is not a lot of cryo fuel.
yeah, we'll leave that as it is. All right, we can't do anything for him, not when he's got whatever that is happening. Uh, let's just grab what we can. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
help Ziggy look around for stim packs or anything else of value.
Yeah, as you're searching around, you do find another stim pack in here.
Oh hell yeah!
Stim pack, stim pack.
1,000 credits right there. Stim pack, stim pack. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the pack that's loaded up with
Good
Stim
vitamins.
pack.
There's gotta be vitamins in there somewhere.
It's just a big band.
Need your vitamins. Get your
You will also find 1 dose of radiation pills.
Yeah.
Rad pill? Oh my god.
Some
I
radiation
got some of
pills.
those.
All right. Good to know. Good to have.
But that's what's going on in the lab. Or in
I don't
the
like
med
that.
bay.
Wait, let's stay sharp, guys.
Yeah, I ain't liking the look of this. I'd like to get in and out as fast as possible.
All right, we're gonna head back out.
Oh, off the back of the med bay is like storage rooms, which is where you found your stim packs and stuff.
Yeah. God, I hate this shit. This is Nate talking, by the way.
Miz kind of just was hanging out by the door waiting for you guys.
Anything happen?
I watched the vents. Nothing.
The fuck is going on here?
I don't know, but I don't like it. I say we get to the engine room, we do what we can, and we leave.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go.
I'm not into all this infectious disease shit.
Yeah, I don't think that's a particularly wild take. Yeah, we're gonna start going a bit more direct.
The question is, what kind of infectious disease does that? And that he points to the half gone body.
I don't want to find out. Hey, Ziggs, you coming?
Never. I belong to the med bay. Can I just joking.
I am one with the med bay.
I am one with the med bay.
I am property of Rexcom.
Yes.
Ah, fuck this
Return
shit.
to medbay purpose.
So I'm thinking we go here, because I think that lines up with where we are trying to go. So we're gonna start using the key cards to get
Alright.
through these.
As you guys come back out of this wing here, I need you all to make me speed checks.
Oh, jeez. I hate the way you said that. Can I add athletics?
Like, when you can hear the smile, it's always a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah.
Can I add military training?
Sure.
Oh my god!
Nope. Wait.
All of us failed.
But
Except Ziggy.
Except for fucking Ziggy. Nice.
As you guys are moving to come through this door, you hear the automated voice come
Oh no.
Unknown entities detected in the Ministorum wing. Deploying quarantine protocols. And as the airlocks.
As the airlocks, yeah, I remember that time. As the airlocks begin to close, you all narrowly, well, actually, so yeah, Ziggy, you managed to make it through, and the rest of you managed to make it through this first door.
We're stuck here. No, Ziggy, you're over here, I think. Aren't you?
As the airlock here closes, and this loud siren, and you see, the three of you in here see through the thin glass here, or through the thick glass, as it deploys like a spray mist from like the sprinklers to like sanitize the area. They come on at full blast.
Can I see from here what it does to the body that's still in there?
Yeah. As you are looking in, you're staring at this body, and you don't inherently see it doing anything. It sterilizes the room, and then After a second, the mist stops.
I feel like it's best we don't breathe that in.
Yeah, keeping my vac suit on.
Once the spraying is done, does the airlock release?
No.
Can we use the card?
Currently overridden.
Oh shit.
Do we have any kind of like communication device so we can still talk to Ziggy?
Yeah.
He's gonna patch it through. Can you talk to this computer, see if he can let us out?
He's going to, if there is a like the keypad or where we put the key card, he's going to like use his fingers again to try and get into the system itself. And in the best analog way possible, explain that there are 3 researchers in that thing to get out.
Greetings, Sekosa 7. Your concern for the researchers has been taken into account.
Nothing.
That's
If-
RexCon for you.
Because, like, if there needs to be a sanitizing of the 3, that is fine. This airlock needs to open for them.
Do you see on this screen, Ziggy?
I'm still a robot. You see on this screen, as you're looking at it, that it doesn't necessarily think that the room that they're in is, like, bad, but it certainly thinks that there is something in the room that you guys just came out of, the hallway.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah.
And it just says, rejected. Two-door
Oh.
protocols. At absolute.
I mean,
God, is there okay? Is there any way? I don't want to break it. I don't think I can. Is there any way for me to try and attempt to override whatever the fuck it's thinking just for this one door, enough to just get through it? Like even if it just opens.
Check.
Computers. God, sorry. Come on, please. I beg.
ugh.
Damn. No.
Yeah, you type into this door and it does not open.
Can I see them?
You can, yeah, just throw a thin slit in the door.
Okay.
Can we start brute forcing this door with our lasers?
I was about to say, I've got that.
Yeah.
I've got the, what is this thing? The hand welder? That won't help me. Will it help me? Can I do anything with that?
So this is gonna be tough. You guys are in a tight spot. I need speed rolls. So I need. So this is gonna be just So you can roll with your industrial equipment, yeah. But this is gonna be a speed test to see how fast you can go.
Hey, I finally succeeded.
Ooh, I failed so bad. So he's like, God damn it, let my captain out of there.
Yeah,
Give me my daddy,
for
stop.
the 2 of you that failed, I'm gonna need some sanity. I'm gonna need a sanity roll.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay.
Andrew, tap sanity?
I'm not good at this.
Yeah, it should be up above body fear sanity.
Can I add military training?
If it lets you, yeah.
I have nothing good for this.
That doesn't matter.
It have nothing good for this, but please, please, I bet. Oh, no. Listen, I can't be scared that easily, but that doesn't mean my circuitry up top, that motherboard up there. Oh boy.
And since you failed a sanity, both of you failed your sanity saves too. That's fear.
Is it fear?
You got to roll fear too. Yeah.
Oh. Come on, fear. Come on, fear.
Nope.
Hey.
All right. So, it should have made you get a condition. Hang on one second. All right, so you're panicking. So roll a d20. Oh shit! Oh man, that's the worst one. It's called compounding problems. So you have to roll again. Roll twice now.
Oh no!
Oh. So 17 and a 16.
So 17, you're
This goes under
spiraling.
conditions.
Gain a new condition. Panic checks are at -1. Wait, gain a new condition. Okay, it says spiraling. Gain a new condition. Panic checks are at minus. Oh, disadvantage. Yeah, so you're gonna make panic checks at disadvantage from now on.
Okay. Is that under conditions?
I think I can apply it. And then the second one was so 16 and a 17. Rage. All crew members gain 1 stress.
All of us?
All of us. Yeah. As Nettie flies into a violent rage. You have never been so angry right now at this AI. You are just fucking hammering on this door.
Yeah, you see Nettie just like kicking the shit out of it, just like fucking goddamn AI.
Calm down. The phrase that helps everyone when they're stressing out.
Say Nettie, like he's like, remember our breathing exercises, and you just see him fucking making
Fuck
motions.
your
with
breathing
his hands.
exercises.
Remember,
Wait,
when
I don't
Ziggy made us
see
do all that weird meditation bullshit, just remember, focus on it.
Well, I know the good thing about Ziggy compared to this fucking AI. If Ziggy messes up, I can wring their neck. With this AI, I can't. Not that I would do that to you, Ziggy. You're great. But still,
By the way,
dude.
do you know what rolling a 20 on a panic check is?
Ever seen an AI, like a android with a sad face? Gonna wring my neck. What am I
Man, I
Apologize.
cannot find rage.
Nettie, Nettie just goes, "You're great. You're wonderful. I wouldn't do that to you." But other AI, you just see her through the wall, and just like, God fucking dang it. Other AI,
Rage-
you're the good one.
Ooh, you get advantage on all damage rolls for the next
Let's
1d10
see.
hours.
Yeah, roll a d10.
Let's see.
Yeah, rage is just not on here. You probably have to just add it.
2 hours.
Maybe it says like enraged or something. No, I don't see rage on this table or on this, like.
Want me to just add it?
Yeah, just go ahead and just add it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are in
rage.
rage.
There we go.
But yeah, you guys are hacking and cutting away at this and making quite a bit of noise.
Yeah, God.
As you are hammering away on this door, you all see something absolutely horrifying slink around the corner.
Oh!
This, what immediately appears to be, you think is a body because you see an arm, but once you see its full form, is this apparent mass of like congealed flesh and biomass. And you also see, what are those wires? Is that a computer terminal? What? It's this strange mass of electronics and flesh.
God. God.
Nick just turns around and starts working faster.
And because you're all seeing this, I need you all to make panic checks again. So roll a d20. This is all three of you.
Is it okay, and Ziggy too?
All right, so. So you sum. Okay. So, Nettie, since you rolled under your sin, you will suffer the effects.
So we roll, I'm sorry, a D20.
Yep, just a D. Nate, what's your
Is that my
sanity?
sanity?
Or your
I can
stress?
use my
Sorry, your stress.
Oh.
So your current stress, see, like Nate's current stress is 11, and you rolled a 9, so you're gonna suffer on the table. Ziggy, you rolled a 16, which is over your stress, so you don't suffer any panic. But Nate, you suffer. You gain 1 stress, nervousness. You gain 1 stress.
Alright.
Nate, with your 9, deflated. Whenever a crew member fails a save, you gain 1 stress. Ooh.
God damn, sorry.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
As this thing presses itself up against the door, writhing, and then all of a sudden the AI comes on again. Re-sanitizing area, and it sprays this mist again, and this thing immediately like slinks away.
Okay, didn't like it.
And finally, this large metal door, after about 10 minutes of cutting through it, falls to the ground with a huge thunk.
Uh,
Nick's real
what the
quiet.
fuck was that?
I don't know, but I want to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't sign up for this shit. Yeah,
40,000 credits.
Look, I'm not getting eaten by something for a couple thousand credits.
No, I'm not either, Captain. Captain, we gotta get out of here.
We get your cryo, then we get the fuck out of here.
That means we go this way. And then this way.
So you could take this elevator down.
Which elevator?
This one. Right next to
Am I
you.
blind? Oh, there's one right there. Can I see downstairs where that leads to?
Could be right here.
Okay. But that might be safer. Although this is also quarantined, right?
It did say.
I mean, either way, we're walking. We already know one of those things was up here. Maybe it's the only one. I think the best course of action is take this elevator. Right by us. Go down. Get the shit. Get back out the hangar.
Yep. I agree. I think that's the best course of action. We really need that cryo shit.
We also... It might be a good idea to make sure that that thing can't get out.
Yeah, RexCon can deal with it. Alright.
Captain's gonna kind of stick his head out the elevator and take a look down either
Alright.
direction.
Yeah, you take the elevator down into the dim, flickering light of what is a more maintenance sector style area. This isn't as polished and nice looking as the upstairs is. And you immediately find, as you kind of step out into this area, that there is this same kind of trail on the floor here that leads all over the bottom area here.
Shit. They've been here too. We gotta keep our shit quiet.
Nettie's keeping her gun on, like, turn safety off.
Nate's making sure those. I mean, he knows how to safely keep a grenade in usable grabbing range.
Yeah,
Safely.
he's a military man.
Yeah. So he's got a grenade that he can easily grab. He's also going to look at Ziggy and hold out one of the other revolvers. You sure you don't want one of these?
I would rather you have as much ammunition as possible. I can work with my tranquilizer.
Alright. As you wish. He's gonna take a single step out. Is there any sound of, like, flesh slapping on a surface?
You
Giggity, I
kind
know.
of listen around, and
So you better clarify.
no, you don't hear anything.
He's gonna motion with his head. I feel like, at least for these two, they know his, like, silent military signals. And that one's a pretty obvious one. Follow me.
Oh, yeah.
And Miz would know it too, because he's former military.
Yeah, he has guns drawn. He'll take the flank, you know.
No.
Miz is
Nate
pulling
has
up the
his
rear.
as well. Alright, you guys come next then.
Yep.
He kind of, darts behind cover, just kind of looks. Flashlights on.
Oh my god. Can I say it's sort of ongoing? He's got his ears open. He's got his guns ready.
And obviously that's where we saw the one door.
Mm-hmm.
What's in this area?
Here. Yeah, hold on.
Ah!
God
Oh, oh no.
damn. Listen, I love it. I love this.
The dark, dimly lit area
I do
before you, as you guys kind of creep down through it towards the airlock that you were at before, you can stop and attempt to open this airlock now, if you'd like.
I kind of don't want to.
Just in case you have to flee.
Is it that we can unlock it, but it's not open yet? Or will it unlock and then open, period?
So you're trying to get this here, yeah. You could try and override the door and open it permanently.
I don't want to open it permanently. I don't want that thing to be able to get out. Because who knows, it could find its way back to my fucking ship. It's not that far. Maybe
True.
it's able to sense living things, and the only living thing that's out there is Meatbo.
Mm-hmm.
And our fucking home.
True.
So is it
Is-
possible...
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
This is just a small little intersection here with a little place to sit.
Mm-hmm.
Like a little seating area.
Can we
And,
unlock it so we can easily open it later, but have it closed at the moment?
You can try, yeah. You can go see if the door is openable.
He's gonna glance at the others. I mean, you two are the computer people, not me. He's gonna gesture with his hand.
Ziggy, try it. You're the one that's got all the credentials.
Me all the credentials. Oh. Is it right here?
Computers with advantage.
It's over here.
Computers. Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
with this level 2 clearance that you have, as well as your, inherent native certs that you have through your syntheticness, yeah, you can easily open this door when you want to.
Okay.
From this side, you can override it.
Alright. He's gonna motion with his head again.
Okay.
We're moving. We're moving.
Alrighty, it's time for speed checks.
Oh no! Can I add athletics?
Like I said, it's whenever I hear that bit of a smile.
Aw,
I really smile.
3
Oh,
away.
speed, sorry, speed. You want to know real speed? Come on. Well.
Oh!
Want to see real speed?
Yeah, with how dark it is, you guys are just moving pretty slowly. The progress is slow as everybody is, everybody's pretty on edge,
Mm-hmm.
waiting for anything.
When Nate gets up to this intersection, he's going to take a moment to, peek down this way. See if
This
he
is,
can hear
there is an
anything.
airlock here. You can peer through
There's an airlock? Okay.
Yeah, and you can
He's
peer
gonna-
through.
Oh, he's peeking through the window.
More streaks of blood and stuff, but nothing moving.
I almost wish I just knew where it was. He thinks to himself instead of saying it out loud. Ziggy, if you don't get your butt.
Listen.
Lisa.
What's the name?
That's it.
I'm listening with my mind's eye. Dun, dun, dun,
He's
dun.
gonna wait for you guys to catch up at this point.
Jaws music enhances.
Alright, when you get to right about here, there is another airlock that is sealed up, and it reads in yellow letters, like there's cautionary stuff all around it that reads radiation area beyond this point.
Do our suits help with that?
They do.
Got some pills.
But if you
Okay.
were not in suits, this would be a pretty dangerous area to go into.
Okay.
So just
Alright.
just know that, you know, if something does happen at this point, that like you are in an area that can be that gives off radiation.
Okay.
As you are going to deal with the coolant for the literal nuclear reactors on this ship.
Yeah. Can we swipe the card, see what lets us in?
Yeah, you swipe this card and it does open.
He's gonna take a second to just listen.
Immediately, you are hit with this immense wave of heat that coming out of this room.
Maybe those things won't like radiation. He's starting to go in. Now, do we have to go down these shafts? Is this where we can hook in?
As you kind of come in here, you can see that there is. These are essentially like big tankers.
Okay.
This is where you would access. This is where you would access it. You take a tap on the coolant here, and there is a decent amount. There is about 3 units in here.
Okay.
There's about 3 units on this side, and that's all of it. So that means if you pull this out right now, immediately that reactor goes into meltdown because it has no cryo.
And how long until it just goes? Minutes or hours?
At that point, it would be hours, but it would be like, you know, once you if you were to pull all of the cryo out, that's like, you know, what I'm saying is you're gonna have to leave some.
Okay. I mean, not a ton, but like a little. Like enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I would say reasonably, the most that you can get out of this is like 2.5.
Okay. Then we will take 2.5.
All right. Somebody make me some
I feel like this is a Nettie.
industrial machinery.
Nettie, get your booty in here. I'm just gonna say Ziggy is in here because having a token by itself freaks me out.
Take me into the void.
Oh
I'm just kidding.
my god.
Our rolls.
No, like this, Miz says as he sticks the cryo thing into the end for you. And then does his as well.
Appreciate it, man.
This is going to
As she
take
grits her
about
teeth.
20 minutes. As it starts to get sucked out.
What does it look like from here, the engine room?
So there's a couple more doors between you and the actual engine room.
Mm-hmm.
You could move up as far as like, and then see that it's a big room with these massive generators inside of it. Here, I can show you.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, fancy.
As well as the place just inside, actually looks like this.
Oh.
Oh, Kippy drawn.
Is there any bodies in there?
Nope.
Maybe they don't like the radiation.
Yeah, I guess just take what we can.
Is it worth going in there? Would there... listen, me and between Nate and Nettie, I feel like we would know if it was worth going in a room like the engine room for scrap. What do you...
There
what
might
do
be
you
some
think?
stuff in there.
Or maybe.
There could be, like, you know, fuel cells in there.
Are fuel cells carryable?
Yeah.
So let's go
Fuels-
for it.
Alright, only because I don't see any blood trails or anything.
I'll hold the door
Snipe it.
and watch the cryo.
Sounds good. Let us know on comms if you hear anything. But they haven't been able to get in here before, so... Alright, open this door first.
Yeah, it opens. It is even hotter.
Imagine
this-
little readings on our
Yeah,
gloves
you
are
can
probably
continue
like,
to move farther in.
I'm assuming it's fucking hot in here.
It is really hot because, as you can see in this room, by the like panel on the door, the air cooling in this room has been turned off. The ventilation is turned off in this room.
wow, feels like home.
Ha ha ha.
Like, there is ventilation that could be turned on, but it is currently turned off.
Maybe that's why they haven't been able to get in here. Maybe because the vents are closed.
Could be.
Listen, I know how to fix this. Clap on.
Oh my god.
Clap, clap.
Are there... Can I take a quick look around with my buds? Can we all take a look around for some fuel cells? Or
Why
anything
don't you
else of
guys
value?
make me some intelligence checks in this room?
Can
can't
I
wait to stick my
do
fingers in some
intelligent
vents.
industrial equipment?
You can.
Or mechanical repair?
Sure.
Nice.
Ooh.
Well, damn.
Nettie, you notice
Oh
that
no!
as you're
I'm
starting
sorry.
to pour over this stuff,
It's okay.
so there's each one of these generators has 2 of these plutonium fuel cells in it that power
Yeah.
the ship, and on all 4 of them, they're at 75%. Like, relatively full. It's actually like, as you're looking this over, you're like, it doesn't make sense to you, like, why they left so much behind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, clearly they left this place in a hurry, because they did not take, like, any of the fuel out of this.
Mm.
But it only needs 1 to work.
Yeah, so how much did you say there was?
You could take 2 fuel cells that are at 75%.
I'll do that, yeah?
Yeah, take those.
And then we're getting the fuck out of that hot ass room.
Yeah, I don't want to stay here any longer than I have to.
Yeah, as you remove these 2, I'm gonna need, who is removing these fuel cells?
What kind of check would that be?
That would be a you thing. Probably. Would be
I see.
another
Industrial
mechanical
equipment kind of
repair. Or it would be industrial equipment.
Oh, fuck, I do.
shit.
Mechanical, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you pull this first cell out, and immediately, you feel the lights in this room dim slightly, as the reactor immediately starts blink, 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 blink,
Ah,
blink,
fuck.
blink, blink, and it seems like it really wants you to put this thing back in.
Okay, I put the thing back in.
Okay, you click it back into place, and all of a sudden the lights kind of whoop, and it stops blinking.
You wanna try the other one?
Sure.
Holy
intellect.
shit, Nettie, you're so stressed.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I got 16 stress.
Yeah, as you, so you are able to, you start to look over the other one and realize that, oh shit, I'm stupid. I have to tell the reactor to only use one cell or it's going to freak out and it's going to go into meltdown mode. So you quickly, use your rudimentary knowledge of this thing to switch it over into one cell mode, and then you can get both of these back out.
Nice.
Question. Deflated specifies I gain an extra stress when a crew
Yep.
member fails a save. So is that only sanity, fear, and body?
Correct.
Okay, so I gave myself too many. All right, I should be at 12 right now.
I have a question while they're doing this.
Okay,
Can
yeah.
I look at them through the bioscanner again? Just from over here and the other side? I'm just curious, just to look at them.
Yeah, you click on the bioscanner and they both look normal.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe
All
Nettie's heart rate.
265 bones,
Okay.
7,000 ligaments, whatever.
Okay, just from the what happened in the other room and the shit we saw in the cryo chamber, I'm like, let me take a quick check. You too. And he does it very secretively, like just kind of looking like, while you guys are busy.
You
doing
do
stuff.
notice as you are scanning that your bioscanner does pick up the bottoms of everyone's feet
Oh, we stepped in something.
on the outside of their suits.
Oh.
And you scan down and it's on your feet too.
No. Shit. Well, that is not very good.
What's up, Ziggs?
It would seem that we have stepped in something that is not up to medical code.
The blood.
Just be careful not to get it on yourself, and let it remain on the bottom of the shoes.
Good. I will try not to get this weird shit on myself. I was going to do that the next minute.
We can't track these. We might have to dump our suits. I'm not letting this on my ship.
Let's not roll around in blood here. And he nods like that could definitely happen. You guys might get a little bloodthirsty and want to roll around in it.
Sure.
As you do.
This sounds like
as you
stupid
silly
shit.
humans do. Yeah,
The
no.
humans would do. God, I wonder what people who can hear me when my balcony door is open think I'm up to in here.
Alvin cried.
Alrighty, so as we regroup back up with Miz, he is finishing fueling up all three of the tankers, which each have, a little less than one in it. You're only trying to get to 5, so you've got about 2.5 amongst your 3 containers.
Where else would it be in here? Where else would there be more coolant?
The other engine.
Oh, there's another engine.
Nettie, please.
There's
Where's the
another
other
engine.
engine?
It's on the opposite side of the place.
Sure, the smile on your fucking face.
Which
You
is
little
where we will
monster.
pick up next time on our adventure.
I was about to say, Nettie, please, I'm not leaving you in here.
Because next time, you guys have a very important decision to make.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Leave the android behind. I'm just kidding.
No.
I hope you all had fun playing Mothership this evening.
That was really
I'm
fun.
having lots of
Yeah, this was so much fun.
I'm terrified.
fun.
Me too. But I can't let it show because he has a +60 to fear rolls like that. He's not scared.
Androids are fucking super powered. The
Androids are-
highest stat I have is 42.
Oh yeah, no, fear I got like an 83.
For that shit, for like fear, I have 22. I have 17, 22, and 21.
Yeah, I have 19, 23, and 19.
Damn guys.
God damn.
Should have been a synthetic, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Should have.
I'm
Moral
out
of the
here
story.
looking random ass blood, like, oh, it's fine.
Should have been a synth squad.
Anyway,
Thanks, Twinkit.
I had
Hmm.
fun.
This is so much
Yeah.
fun.
Mm-hmm. I am.
And we'll be
Terrified.
back in 3 weeks?
Yes, it's a real gap, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we're back on the
I-
5th, right?
I'll update you guys. Probably not on the 21st, maybe on the 28th, because I'm taking a trip to Oregon. And my flight is the 20th, so we'll see how jet lagged I am. Probably not the 21st.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. We can definitely skip the 21st. Just let us know if you can do the 28th or not, but if not, we'll finish this on the 5th.
Yeah. I'm having lots of fun.
Mm-hmm.
This is it's definitely an interesting. It is not made for combat. You get stressed fast, which is realistic.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason there's not a lot of survivors in a space thriller, you know?
Mhm.
We can't all
Yeah.
be Ellen Ripley.
Oh yeah.
Notice how I haven't thrown any combat at you yet.
I feel like if combat happens, it's because we did something wrong. I mean, how long can you avoid? I feel like the smarter thing is to run and close
You've
airlocks.
avoided it. You guys have done a good job avoiding it.
God, I want to go back up and look through some of that stuff upstairs that's that. God, I'm hoping we didn't release it with forcing open that airlock, but Nate does not want to release whatever that is.
Yeah, understandably so.
Because
And
right
you're
now
gonna
it's
have
contained.
freaking 3 weeks to think about it before you come back.
He's
What is everyone's fucking sanity at right now? Like, I mean, you're
16.
stressed. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you guys are stressed.
12. I was adding it wrong.
You're at
I forgot
12?
that it was saves only. Yeah, 12. You succeed a lot because of your
What-
incredible
what is-
stats.
What's baby girl at?
16.
16. Okay.
You've been doing a lot more rolls than me too. The more rolls you do, you're just
Mhm.
incredible at everything,
Yeah,
Ziggy.
that's why I've been trying to, with this one, like, explain things a lot more and not make you make so many rolls, because there is such a negative repercussion just to failing. So every time I'm
Yeah.
asking you to make a roll to, like, look at something, there's a chance that you gain stress from it. So I have to make the things that you're rolling for that much more important, you know?
Yeah, make
Mhm.
it worth potentially losing something.
Right, yeah. Because it would suck if you, like, fucked it up and then, like, at the end of the day, the best thing that you could see is, like, oh, it's a picture of the guy.
Hmm.
You know? Like, okay.
I only got 7 more than the minimum of 2. I'm at 9.
Yeah, I was doing panic checks wrong for a minute. I'm supposed to make you make panic check. And then if it's over your stress, you gain what you rolled on the d20 from the table. Which is why the higher numbers are worse.
Hmm.
Oh, well, then I would have 16 then.
Would you?
What?
I rolled a 16 on the d20.
No. So when you roll the d20, you're trying to get over your number in
okay.
stress. If you roll under your number in stress, you essentially take that point on the table. It's really weird.
Yeah. Okay.
So like whenever I say make a panic check, you rolled a 16. Yeah. If you had a thing that was over 16, you know, if your stress was over 16, then you would have taken number 16.
Ooh. Yeah.
I gave Nettie at one point a forced panic check because they failed a sanity roll. so they got the forced condition automatically, which was unfortunate because on their forced roll they hit spiraling, which meant that you got, or they hit compounding, which meant that you had to roll twice, which sucks.
I mean, you roll a 20, you just make a new character. So.
Retire.
Does that literally just mean that they get up and just walk out of the room and you never
Basically.
see them again?
Just need to
Yeah,
title it,
it's
I'm
like
a head
one
out.
of those. Yeah, I'm a head out. I'm done. I'm good.
I'm a head out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Exactly.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Listen, you just
God,
gotta
that's-
negotiate with our boss right here.
I'll negotiate in the
Yeah,
shit.
theoretically, that one could be as bad as I wanted to make it. So you see the one right before it is heart attack.
Ooh.
Retire could be nice words for the monster kills you. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
you
Yeah.
lose. Game over.
You freak out, you start running, and then you.
And
just
then
to
you
use
die
the-
to the monster.
Yeah.
Basically is 20. But a 20
Yeah,
could
we would
only be
watch it
triggered
properly.
if you have 20 sanity and you rolled a 20.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm 4 away.
Listen, we gotta
Scary
get you
shit.
like some marijuana, something.
Some
Oh, she's
space
got
beer.
that. She's got that smoke leaf on the
I need you to
the-
go meditate. Deep breathing. The exercises we did. Okay.
Yeah, no, stuff's gonna get crazy next time.
Am I able to communicate with
There's a whole PowerPoint.
with our boy?
Well, yeah, for
Can we say that I told him